La música de Jerry.
The interviews talking plug talk. Got my name off of drug talk. Told you. They don't make niggas like the Bush no more, man. The interviews talking plug talk. Got my name off of drug talk. They think I be glorifying the streets.
More so saying niggas
Not at all. The interviews talking plug talk. Got my name off of drug talk.
I ain't really do
I
that.
be glorifying how far we came.
You ain't really like
Interviews
that.
talking plug talk. Got my name off
That's
of
a
drug
fact.
talk. Y'all niggas wanna know about it though. I only do it for the gangsters. Niggas telling me I saved it. $250,000 for a tour overseas. I'ma have to learn another language. You the richest on the team, but you still work the hardest, make changes. I fucked around and got famous right when the dope game got dangerous. In my interviews talking plug talk. On my last album I explained it. When a fork telling you to work, I can clean a sink out and then drain it. Real niggas underrated. That's why we never celebrated. One day I got raided. You hear sounds of the pot scraping. Me, I only hear music. Cosign, I don't need one. I was a shooter, now I feed one. 100 bands in the fridge next to a stick of butter and Capri Suns. My little bitch ass the fattest. Body like she work at Magic. And since I'm rich, I deserve it. If she fuck a broke nigga, that's tragic. Mike.
Andrew.
Yeah, look, hey look, niggas ain't see what I saw. Brick turned to a pot full of gold. Over that, spent my daughter's first birthday locked in the hole. Plot full of gold, came back stronger, I'm in control. Soft white from my block to the stove, not in the cone. Me and Westlake, Stockton Malone, Gotti Capone. Niggas dressed like the copy and hoes.
Soulja Boy, stun on them haters.
No, you not with the smoke, I get you low. I stick my 40 out the window while I'm staring the coupe. We pull up to your front door if I'm here to shoot. Let's go.
Yo, welcome to the TrapNerd podcast, episode 123.
32.
132.
Yo, this nigga is dope.
132 of the TrapNerd podcast. I'm here with my motherfucking guys. I got Marv on the cam, rocking the highlight Miami Nights. I got my dog X on the dark web to my far right. Got the Buffalo Kids on. I got my man White Suede in the building. He got on the TrapNerd. I got my dog CJ, Mr. TrapNerd himself, and I am TrapNerd Lay, and I am here for another week. We are here for another week. What the fuck is good with y'all?
Hello.
Hello?
Chill.
Hello? What the fuck is up, guys?
Fuck is good, nigga.
I'm vibing, man. I'm drunk as shit. I've been drinking since like 4 o'clock, nigga, so I am drunk, nigga. What's good with y'all, man?
Shit's chilling.
Oh, yeah.
Man.
I'm
How's
just
your
chilling.
mental health?
Good.
Vibing?
Great.
Immaculate.
What you niggas do all week, man?
Work.
Yeah.
Josh, you working any bitches, man?
Fucking all the bitches, man.
All the bitches?
All the bitches.
All the bitches.
Ain't no bitch safe on Elmwood.
Not a single one.
Yo, what
Hide
the
yoga
fuck?
pants
Don't
and
let
hide
your
your
daughter go to
ass,
Spot
nigga.
Coffee. I'm in there in my sweatpants at 9:30 a.m.
He said, I'm in there with the grays on.
In there with my grays on.
with the black Timbs.
Nah, you know how I go. With the black Timbs. Yo, get the fuck out of here.
CJ, house business.
Boom, man.
Booming.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that I mean.
Mm-hmm.
Marv, how you doing?
We don't care. You don't got a
We
mic.
Really care. You ain't got no mic.
I
You
care.
ain't got no
How you
voice,
doing, Marv?
nigga. You ain't got no voice, nigga.
I'll be your voice. Speak through me. Marv said, fuck all these niggas.
Marv said, fuck 'em all.
and Josh.
X was good with it, bro.
I'm chilling.
Yeah, you vibing?
Hell yeah.
What's work like, man?
Crazy. We
game
just
off,
moved
we
into a
gotta
new
get
building,
focused.
so it's
I was about to say,
fucking
you niggas
crazy.
is super into this game, man. We gotta turn this off.
I mean, I just made a whole joke.
Y'all
Fucking
niggas
me.
don't focus. I'm going to turn this shit. I'm joke. I did
I'm
my
the-
part. Yeah, y'all niggas is retarded.
Whoa.
You seen I was hitting my shots earlier.
My man,
That
yeah, my
other
man
nigga
X-
though.
my man X came. He was hitting the shots earlier.
Getting it popping?
He's hitting some shots. No, last night, CJ.
Fuck
We
you.
have to get on CJ, man. We're gonna leave him alone tonight, man.
I had one bad moment and niggas wanted to hang out.
Listen, yo.
Because every other game I was right
Yo,
there
he
with
was
you.
right next to me, yo. But yeah, listen, last night, last game of the night, yo. I'm frying shit.
It did have
Like,
to be the last game.
I got 11 kills, 1,500 damage. I'm frying shit. It's me and CJ versus the last squad. It's me and him. You know what I'm saying? Can't lose. Can't get third party. No excuses. Nigga CJ goes out in the open, gets fucking.
I did not go out in the
fried.
open. I did not go
I
out
was out in
in
the open. He was getting fucking cooked, nigga. I'm like, you know what, yo? It's late. I'm about
was
to
tight.
end it right there.
He was
End it
tight.
right there, nigga. That was it, bro. Man, listen.
You were streaming?
That was streaming. It was on stream too, so. Okay.
They were probably in the
I seen the
comments talking
disappointment in his
crazy
face.
about
They,
you.
they let it rock. They hit me with you. It was all good. Other than that,
I seen the disappointment in his face.
Yeah, they was like, shit.
And nigga took the headphones off and just looked at the camera. I was like, they're cracking the fuck out loud.
Like,
He
what,
tight.
what
He's
can
tight.
you do there, nigga? Like, well, it is what it is, man. It's no worse than X. No, X had the worst of all. X has the worst time of all time. Like his moment. Listen, I dropped 3 people. I dropped 2 people. It's just and the other niggas like 1. X goes and the 2 niggas that I knocked, he starts
Tries to
using his
pressure.
finishes on me. I'm like, nigga, what are you doing?
I remember that shit. I actually was in that game. I think.
Yo,
Yeah, y'all both was down.
like, what the fuck are you doing, X?
He wouldn't
Getting these
finish
off,
the
nigga.
So I do that. I do that shit. I'm
Yo,
mad dumb.
you know what happened though?
It
I
irks
was
me.
mad high, and I couldn't tell the difference between y'all and them. So I was like, I was just running around hitting X, and I was like, oh fuck it.
That's fucking nuts.
I already don't play fucking Apex, but I definitely ain't jumping on no stream and getting embarrassed, man. I ain't
Nah,
doing it.
man.
I wasn't embarrassed. I got 2 finishes.
Yeah.
I was having fun.
But see,
Them niggas was down. I wasn't embarrassed.
But any nigga that don't play the game for 4 hours a day shouldn't feel bad about losing.
Dude, they
Yeah.
got self revive in Apex.
Yeah, but
If you got a
slow as
shield.
shit, bro.
Yeah, and it's
Yeah, yeah.
super
So
slow.
with Warzone, that's what kills me because when someone gets down, I just want to fucking kill them and I'll stop paying attention. I'll get
Yeah.
killed because I'm so like
Thirsty.
Because the worst shit in the world is downing someone, downing a whole squad, and you're looking for the last person, and then the person you already killed just shoots you in the back because he got the self revive.
And the TTK
That shit is
so
the
fucking low in
worst.
there, nigga.
I shoot them niggas in the face as soon as they down.
Exactly, but then the time you do that is the only time the guy don't run, and he runs up on you, and you're like trying to kill.
You trying to kill him?
Yeah.
You trying to thirst him, and he thirsts you.
Nah,
That's how
I
it
turn
be.
around and back him off.
See, that's
and
why I
then
don't
finish
like.
his mans.
That's why I don't like Call of Duty, yo. Because it's like yo, whoever see who first is gonna win that.
Exactly. That's Call of Duty. If I see you first, you dead.
If I see you first, you're dead.
No, a lot of people can't shoot in Call of Duty.
Well, that's
Yeah.
because you got 7-years playing.
Yeah, that's what
Nigga.
that ass for kids.
That's why they can't.
I
shoot.
can't shoot on my 50-inch no more. I was using
no.
I
No,
was
no,
using
no.
I never played on a monitor before. I always played on yeah. So I was decent on the 50-inch, and I got my brother's gaming monitor and was killing shit. And then I went back to it because I moved, and I can't hit no one on the 50-inch no more.
No.
My shit is so I can't do it.
No, field of view too high.
Yeah.
You don't know how to. You can't fix the settings. It just don't feel right. Nothing. It's, no. I'll never ever play with TV again.
Yeah, I gotta copy.
Yeah, that's besides the point, man. We're here for another week. Not much happened in the music world. Lil TJ dropped an album.
Did he?
I don't even know who that
Who
is.
the fuck cares?
Exactly. We don't really listen to the music, so like we
You about to
can't
share our
listen
shit,
to
Not to be
mad as
rude or
fuck.
whatever, but who the fuck gives a fuck?
Yeah, we didn't listen to that, but we did see a lot of bullshit happening.
Little TJ.
Yeah, we can start with like Lil TJ's album. I tried to give it a listen to. I listened to like the first 4 songs. I'm like, all right, well, this ain't for me.
Just some mid.
Yeah, this ain't for me. Turned it off. But
Some low mid.
a couple of people that we kind of listen to. Not really a Migos fan, but they're all over the news, but not for music, for the wrong reasons. Those reasons being domestic violence, I suppose, and a breakup followed by an incident of domestic violence involving an elevator.
That was
Shit was
not
not
domestic
domestic
violence.
Okay. You say it's not, but
It's not.
anytime
I
a
ain't
black
even
man is in
not.
an elevator, it's always fucking domestic. Okay,
Railways ruin
not.
elevators
Listen,
forever.
elevators and a black
Jay-Z.
man are like,
Oh, I forgot about Jay-Z too.
just stay away from elevators if you're black.
Man, my man Trey said it the best. I never have any sympathy for any chick that swings on a man and then gets manhandled afterwards. What was you doing?
And nothing even happened
were
in
you
that
doing?
video. They were fighting over the bag. He likes.
You know what
He
what
like
they
just
said was
moved
in
her
the
out
bag?
of the way.
You
What?
know what they said was in the bag?
What?
His PS5.
Oh yeah, nah.
Ray Ricer.
Yeah, nah. You bugging.
If he ain't Ray Ricer, he ain't doing enough.
You know what's
you stand on that. You stand on that.
That's your hill.
That
You die
was
over
Joshua Clark.
Hey, y'all so bitch, right? Y'all ain't never had my back.
He didn't do nothing though.
You say y'all niggas bitch?
He didn't.
Y'all ain't never had my back.
He didn't do
there.
anything.
Niggas is pussy. What you say?
I said that word for word.
So yeah, I said it.
Do something, nigga.
Yo, he
Nah,
didn't even
fuck
do anything though.
No, he didn't.
No, he didn't do shit.
You guys, everybody saw it. We
He
all
hit her with the Olay.
I didn't see the video.
Look, he pulled his bag and she just wouldn't let go, so she
Yeah.
went flying too.
Get off my
He grabbed
PS5.
her and the bag, basically.
No, he didn't.
No, this is what happened was they came in the elevator. She had the bag. He reached for the bag. He pulled the bag. She had the bag in her hand. She came with the bag too.
He like just moved
You
her
think
off.
she bought
he like
the PS5?
he like
that's some
when you
pimp
go
shit.
to the basket, the
He's
little
worth
you
more
know.
than her, and she still bought him the PS5.
It don't matter who bought it, nigga.
fuck?
It's the PS5.
It's my PS5 and I
Facts.
play the game.
You
Bitch,
see the
don't touch my
case he
shit.
had it in?
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
that
nigga.
that wasn't a regular case.
I
Nigga.
want no regular ass carry on.
Nigga. You don't know what you
Yeah.
You don't even know what's on that PS5.
That shit was probably padded and shit.
Like that's the man's
Nah,
Some
livelihood.
military
Can't
grade
do that.
shit.
The nigga
He got
ain't
his
making no
PS5
music.
in a
He gotta
fucking
play the game.
football.
Why is she touching his shit anyway like that?
It's real shit.
That's what we need to talk about. Why is it okay for women to destroy men's property?
It's okay.
Regardless of what happens, why is it okay? It don't matter if I cheat on you, you cheat on me. Why do you think it's okay for you to destroy my property?
I'm gonna take it a step further. Why
I do.
is absolutely nobody asking why she swung on him? Nobody
I
said
didn't know
it.
she did.
Yeah, she
None
swung.
of these bitches was saying that. It was clear as day. She swung on a nigga. She swung at him. Never swung. He never lifted a hand to her. He actually looked at her like you dumb.
I would have told her she was going to jail now.
Listen, like, and that's police on their way, bitch.
Hope it was worth it. Stay right there, bud. Police on the way right now.
It was worth it.
That's my favorite video on the internet. My man went from a bus driver to like that man boxed before. He got a couple professional fights because that shit was
It
too
was
clean.
worth
That shit was too clean.
Go to
son.
jail now.
So when they edited the Street Fighter, who is it? Is it Ryu?
Ryu?
Is it
Yeah.
Ryu who fucking
Yeah.
who? when
Shoryuken.
Son, that's one of my favorite videos of all time.
Without a doubt, man.
That and Kanye saying that George Bush don't care about black people are the two greatest moments in ever captured on camera.
Without a doubt, bro.
Nah, but like I said, I think that should have got more attention. Her swinging at him, like y'all niggas is out here like, yeah, or not y'all niggas. All these women was out here like, oh my God, did y'all see that? He just put his hands on her. It's like, you know what happened? Like when your mom beating the shit out you and you put your hands up to block her and she tell everybody that you hit
Raise
her.
your hands to it.
You show the whole family you hit
That
her.
you hit her.
What the fuck? All I did was defend myself.
No, that's exactly what happened, my nigga.
Pretty much, yo.
That's exactly what happened. She swung at him. He went to grab his case extra hard, and she went flying in the process. End of story. And then she laid on the ground like she was hurt. Bitch got
All
up and walked
dramatic.
bitch got up and walked like she was fine. She was fine, nigga. She was fine.
We need to start with the hashtags, man.
Us too.
Us too.
Yeah, us too. That's a good one. I don't know if you made that up, but if you did,
She was
I
100
did.
good for you.
She was 100% the
Us
aggressor.
too.
She was 100% the aggressor in that action.
She was
I mean,
10,000%.
A man defending his PlayStation is similar to defending a child at that aspect. So like,
I'd let you throw my kid in the tub before I let you throw my PlayStation. In the
That's
tub.
real.
Your kid would be all right. PlayStation,
Yeah.
that shit is done.
I got 30 seconds to save my child. The PlayStation's done from rip.
As soon as the water touch.
Just saying.
Yeah.
Kid gonna be all right for a few seconds.
I can't
Soon
get-
as that
I can't get my
touch that
PlayStation
water.
CPR is
Soon
all
as you
I'm
put the
saying, son.
PlayStation toe in the water,
Yeah.
it's over.
There ain't no CPR for a PlayStation, man.
there's no arguments that I can make there. I'm sitting here trying to be like, you know what, yo, CJ, you wrong. But I'm like, you know what, yo? Like, when it comes to water and children, like, you know.
They be playing in water all the
He'll be
time.
fine. My PlayStation can't handle the same thing.
Yeah, no, my PlayStation don't play in water.
Ever.
It's not made for that.
It's not built for that.
He does a lot of shit. Don't
I ain't never seen a PlayStation at a beach.
You know, back in the day when the PS2s came in, those things with the TVs, you know, someone brought the PS2 to the beach.
It was ruined.
The sand got in there and shit. They need to remake them. They need to remake the suitcases with the TVs.
Oh my god.
With the monitors now, they're the right size. They need to redo that shit.
I feel you.
I ain't never seen a PlayStation at the beach. It's hilarious.
He ain't lying. He ain't lying. Oh man, but whose side are you guys on, man? We all Team Quavo here, man. You
I'm
guys
Team
care?
Swavo.
I don't give a fuck.
I'm always
Swavo all the way.
team women
Yeah.
deserve.
You didn't do nothing wrong.
I honestly could care less. Like,
I could care less too. But if I had to pick a side, it'd be his.
Okay. I hate when shit happens with celebrities though, because niggas get online and like, yeah,
Turn this TV off.
they act like it's them.
Turn the TV
Why
off.
you turn the TV off?
Because everybody keeps looking at it.
Yeah,
Even me.
It's very distracting. Yeah.
Man, y'all trash.
Y'all ruined all
You
the
got a
fun.
phone, nigga. Check your phone.
Yeah, but to be real though,
I don't give a fuck about the score. I want to see the white man with the nice mustache.
Oh, that's too bad.
Don't.
Pause.
since this white man can jump a little bit,
Yeah.
they told me it couldn't happen. But
Man,
it's happening.
CJ's trying to take my heroes away from me, man.
No, but anytime,
Still got Tyler.
anytime that something happens with celebrities, they act like it's their life. Regular ass motherfuckers, like, yo, these niggas got millions of dollars on the line. You and fucking Quantavious that are arguing in the back of the projects. Well, I don't know. It don't matter, nigga.
Quantavious.
Nah, it's
Quantum physics.
Quavius.
Yeah, I was gonna say that sounds like a math equation. Quantavious.
Whatever, nigga. You and Quantavious
Quavo.
arguing in the back of the projects.
Quavius.
Ain't got the same amount of ain't got the luxury of this, nigga. You niggas ain't arguing in hotel elevators. You're arguing in project elevators.
Yeah, but you ain't crying
I'm
in the
pretty sure
Bentley, crying in the
Quantavious is what
Nissan.
Ant-Man used.
No, you crying.
get
You
out of
crying in the house.
In the house.
You ain't. No, not even a house. You crying in the projects, baby. Like in a 400 square foot apartment, yo. Stop. Get the fuck off the internet, yo.
Leave them people alone.
Leave them people alone. Stop.
That ain't the business
Stop
you should be
projecting,
minding.
bitch. It ain't got nothing to do with you.
That's a mansion in New York, man.
What, a 400 square?
Yeah. I saw a video today. The cheapest apartment in New York is $1,200. It's 90 square feet. Son, you walk in. It's the size of his room, and then there's a little the bathroom. The bathroom. There's the toilet right there. I don't know how they sit. I don't know where they put the legs.
Yo.
But then it's just a shower is above, and that's it. And you just stand there like that.
The shower's above the toilet.
It's, no, like
He's like taking a
no,
shower.
like it's
and
like
his shit at the
it's like
same
it's like right. It's like here because they couldn't put it this way because there wasn't enough room. So it's like right above where you would be standing.
Could you imagine 90 square feet? You walk in, nigga. You walk in, you got company. You're like, hey yo, don't step on my bed right there.
Son, you got enough room for a futon. That's it.
Take
That's
your
it.
shoes off from my living room, nigga. I just opened the door. Take your shoes off from my living room, nigga.
You get home, you lay on the futon, and you cook at the same time. Just lay it on the futon. The TV. You got a
where was
gaming
the
monitor.
kitchen?
You got a hot plate.
You walk in, you turn to the left. There was a countertop this big, and it was like a one burner,
studio.
one burner.
That wasn't a studio. That was a stew.
That's a prison cell.
That's the booth that is in the stew. That ain't even the stew.
Look, man.
Get the fuck out of here. Niggas ran out the stew. They didn't even have a whole studio. They had the stew.
And the only way, no, that's why you ain't have to put a bed because there was a loft above where the kitchen was. It was like a twin bed size loft that you could sleep in. So you
Twin
didn't-
bed.
like it was like this big, like you couldn't
you
roll over.
imagine
If
having
you
to
rolled
pay
over, you'd
$12
fall in the stove.
Could you imagine?
For 1,200.
Oh, could you imagine getting that off? Like,
Yes.
could you imagine?
You
Like,
live
yeah,
in New York,
yeah, I'm
bro.
trying to think it's $1,200 for that.
Like, you live in New York. You know the luxury of living in New York, bro? Like,
Doesn't sound like a luxury to me.
I was
the starting job starting like $19 an hour, bro.
That sounds like a
I was saying,
$1,200
Yo,
inconvenience.
the luxury of living in New York compared to the luxury of owning a property in New York don't even sound like it's comparable.
No, it's just because when you leave your house in New York, it's so popping. But
Yes.
that's why people stay. That's why the city never sleeps because they don't want to go the fuck home. Their apartment is trash as fuck. They're in the bar.
The
they're in
niggas
bar,
be
like, why you at the
depressed.
bar at 7 a.m.? Because my apartment's 90 square feet, bro. I could get better sleep on this bar stool right now than I can if I go sleep in my loft and fall on my burner.
That's real shit.
You imagine trying to puke in that toilet after a night out?
No. Well, I can't.
Half your body's in the living room, the other half's in the bathroom.
Your arms on your bed at the same time. Nigga, I mean, I guess.
Sounds
Fuck a
convenient
bitch.
to me.
How you fuck a bitch in your twin size loft?
You don't. You ain't no pussy in
So you
there.
call it a twin size loft?
Not loft. It's called the loft when there's like
Yeah, twin size bed.
when you got
They
the,
got you a-
when
they
got
they
the
call
bed
it a
like up in the
loft?
thing.
It's a loft.
They called it
No,
a
no.
loft?
The true loft is like the rich ass condos where they got like the whole condo and then you walk up like 3 steps and all that's there is your bed. That's a loft. But they called the man called it a loft.
Well, Marv
There was
said
no
How to Be a
steps. My
Player.
man had
The
to do a
apartment from
pull-up.
How to Be a Player. The apartment from How to Be a Player was a loft.
Yeah.
I honestly thought that's how my life was gonna be. I always thought my life was gonna turn out like that. I was gonna have a nice ass New York City loft, and I was gonna have like the exposed brick kitchen.
Niggas probably paying $3,500 a month for that shit.
Why? Why?
Nah, more than that, man. You got exposed brick alone. Even if they put exposed brick in the 90 square foot, that shit was gonna go up to 37. Yo, this is one exposed
Listen,
brick
so
here from 1912.
We live in gentrified Buffalo, and we feel the effects of fucking all 3 of us, nigga, of the rent of like we not living in crazy fucking like our houses aren't amazing. We just in a nice area, so we got like shit to do, nigga. We paying $1,300 a month, sack a month, period, nigga. Imagine having that. Imagine that in New York City. In New York City, it's 10
Well,
times
you got a
that, nigga.
2-bedroom. If you had my apartment in New York City,
Oh, it's at least 2K.
you might as
Yeah.
no, way more. Way
No,
more.
if you had
Like
my apartment
56.
in New York City,
like
yeah.
56. 56 easy. 2 real bedrooms?
Oh,
Easy.
well,
Yeah.
I mean,
Easy.
the size of Dawn's
Yeah.
you're right.
Dude, you could be the fattest, ugliest motherfucker in the world. You still pulling bitches. Just take a little. This is my apartment right here.
Look
You
how-
get in the 7s. You might not be getting the 10s that are going with the rappers, but you get in the 7s.
You pulling the 7. Yeah. Cold 7.
777's right
New
New
there.
York
Seven
7 is
is
100% different than
Yeah.
the Buffalo 7. 100% different.
That's low key the best way to pull. You go to them cities, you ain't a Instagram 10.
I'm not paying $5,600 a month for nothing.
No, never.
5,600 nugget. I mean, that's if you're in Manhattan. I'm sure you can get a nice 2 bedroom.
Brooklyn's more expensive than in
No.
Manhattan right now.
Jesus,
Yeah.
man. Because the gentrification. It's
Because they want to say they really live in New York.
Yeah, it's
they don't
the
want to
ooze.
live in Manhattan. They live in New York.
It's the ooze.
The ooze.
Man, gentrification is just wild.
Tell me I'm wrong.
It's all them Ninja Turtles running around.
What do you mean by that? What do you
That-
mean by that?
all right. I can see how that could be misconstrued.
What do you mean by
I
that?
was just trying to make a ooze
Misconstrued.
joke.
Yeah.
The ooze.
Whatever, man.
It's either
It is the ooze.
I'm being racist towards someone in the conversation, I guess.
You and your jokes, I'm gonna get you
I'm not being
fucked up.
racist. That's a fact.
I was making a nerd Ninja Turtle joke.
I'm playing.
He's the one who pulled that way.
Yeah. We haven't gotten much new music these last couple of weeks. Again, Lil TJ dropped his album. None of us actually ever listened to that shit.
Little TJ drop, yada, yada, yada.
Yada, yada, yada. Quavo and Sweetie had an altercation in the elevator. Yada, yada, yada. Let's get down to meat and potatoes. The Joe Budden podcast is fucking on the fence right now, man. And it's driving the whole world insane.
It's driving me insane, at least.
I still listen. I don't care.
I
Fucking
am too, but I can't stand that nigga Ice, man.
So how do you
I
guys
cannot
feel about
stand
how do you
Ice.
guys feel about this rendition of the Joe Budden podcast?
I think Joe.
Boo!
Yeah.
Bring Rory and Ball back.
Boo! I think Joe got a big head, man.
Okay.
I wish
Joe
I had
is
another
finally
arm.
getting universal acclaim, dude. He
Yeah.
ain't never had that in his career. It was like crack, fame stronger than heroin. Like he was finally universally loved. All the
Yeah.
people who called him an old hater, all the people who picked on him for going wood, all the people who took a snap at his concert where there was 3 people there. They all liked him finally.
Yeah.
And then he just thinks he's the only talent on the show. And okay, Joe Budden gets his name in there, but Rory and Mal they pull their own. You know, they make some jokes. And he was like, I don't need y'all. I'm Joe Budden of the Joe Budden podcast.
I don't think that's how it went, though. I don't think that's how it went.
I don't know if I went either.
Honestly, I haven't listened in a while. I'm not very
I'll
educated.
do that, nigga. I do know that obviously he talks very brash. He's an asshole, for lack of better terminology. But shit, nigga, I wouldn't say I sympathize with it, but I understand because I'm an asshole too. But it's like, yo, nigga, if we friends and we've been around each other for so long, my nigga, you should know how how I come off, how I speak. You should, regardless of what's going on.
Why? So what happened? Because I haven't listened in a minute. Why did Rory and Maul leave?
Sound like it was over money.
Nah, I actually didn't think it was over money. To be honest, I think it was.
I didn't think so at first, but then I was listening. I was like,
Today I was listening. It kind of sounded.
this other shit was into it, played into it, but they was feeling some type of way about money.
I don't think that they was feeling some type of way about money more so. I think it was more so of nigga like how they be trying to explain to Joe like, yo, you got this, and this going on for you.
Yeah,
Shit,
but listen,
they don't. Maul ain't doing shit else but this. You know what I'm saying? So he would have been okay cashing out with that whatever Spotify was offering. You know what I'm saying? Whereas you see the bigger picture, you know what I'm saying, and you like, nah, that's worth way more. But his rebuttal to that also was, nigga, we making more doing this independent than we would be on that Spotify deal per month as of right now.
yeah, but I think they don't like the splits.
Yeah, I'm about to say, I think it splits in power. I think, remember he said he sent Rory home for a couple podcasts. Maul got mad. He got in an argument with Maul about it. So I think now it's like, it's not even a money thing. It's more so of, yeah, it's maybe the Joe Budden podcast, but I don't think you need to have that much authority over us because we also have equity within this podcast. So we're going to show you, so we're going to just not show up and we're going to see how that affects the
Listen,
fans.
I'm gonna be real with you. Niggas come to the show for me. But this show don't work without the rest of y'all. Simple as that. Niggas, they come over the show for me. It's my show. But it don't work without Josh.
Don't nobody like
It don't work without X. It don't work without C. It don't work without you. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? So like I'm 100% nigga. If they 100% here for me, it's 100% for everybody because this show ain't shit without y'all. And I don't think Joe understood that. I think Joe thinks like, okay, well, with his ego, he's like, well, it's just my friends. I'm just having a conversation with my friends. These niggas know me for just as many years, if not longer, than
like
y'all have.
The Itch dude.
Yeah.
People actually starting to like him.
Yeah.
I like
niggas
Ish.
don't like Ice, but niggas
Hate
ain't like
Ice.
Ice on the internet though. So that's fine.
I actually like Ice on the internet.
Really?
I don't like him I don't like him as a podcaster.
Well, I mean, you might like him. I'm saying, but in general, I follow him on internet. I see a lot of people just don't like this nigga. They think he trolling all the time, as far as his opinions with music and shit like that.
Yeah.
So it's like, I get that. So that brings a hater element. That brings somebody people can like. You know what I mean? You think you can just plug them in real quick, but that's not going to work. It's not going to work long term.
Also, we've walked in, we've been listening to fucking Joe Budden for 5 years. Joe Budden, Maul, and Rory for 5 years.
Yeah.
You're not just going to throw two new niggas on us and be like, all right, well, this is what it is.
That's fact.
Because
Especially
of-
for a month straight.
And over some shit.
It's been like 2 weeks now.
From over
No,
some
it's
shit
been
that
like a
you
month.
got. Some shit
Been
that
like a
you
month?
did.
Yeah. So it's like I don't know what they need to do to piece that up. Like Joe saying he want to piece it up, but I'm like, what's the confusion? Like, is you trying to maintain a certain level of
Do you
power
rebound-
over the pod,
do you
or
rebound from this though? Like, how do you come back from if it's a public beef? If me and Josh start beefing, and I'm like Josh stops showing up for podcasts, and niggas like, well, why? You know what I'm saying?
I
And
think-
then
okay, so my
all of a
thing
sudden
is-
you just show up again. It's not gonna feel. It's not the same feel.
No.
I think
it
something
could be.
else is going on
No,
with Rory,
it could
though.
be. My thing, and that was my thing. I thought.
Yeah.
I think it's deep in the rap with Rory.
Yeah.
Like, I think he got some shit that he going through.
I think Roy going through a breakup with
Same.
his girl that he was engaged to, and he brought that shit on the podcast, and Joe still joking with him on the podcast, and they started getting a little too aggressive with each other.
said that
and I'm just
same
like,
thing earlier.
Yo, something is like I'm like something is wrong with Rory at home. Like this, he's bringing
That
up
he
something
not
wrong at
telling
home.
them.
That he ain't something going on. He probably told them. They just kind of like not saying nothing about it, and they kind of like just joking as if everything good at home. But he's not saying something was going on at home, and then he come to the podcast. And he may be a little emotional, to be honest, because Joe. I don't see Joe talking to him more aggressive than he was. You know what I mean? 2 years ago.
Not at all.
See, and I don't think it's more aggression. I think that Rory don't get the respect that he deserves. Rory carries the show. Joe has his brash opinions. Same way here, where I'll be on a tangent and you niggas will reel me in. Rory is that, or I'll be on my opinion base and you niggas got the facts.
No, I think Rory's one. I think Rory and Joe are dead ass 1A and 1B. So for
They started the podcast. They brought Maul in later.
no, I
That
dead
was
ass.
the
I
podcast.
think they dead ass 1A and 1B, and then Maul and Parks is like 2A, 2B type shit. I think that's kind of how to me, that's how the dynamic works. But like you said, there is 1A, 1B. I don't think he carries the show, though. I don't think he carries it.
Nah,
but he is the other leg. If there was 2 legs to that show, nigga, Joe's one, nigga, Rory's the other one. Yeah. Absolutely. You can't
Helps
walk without
carry.
2 legs.
I won't say carry the show, but you know what I mean, though.
Yeah, you can't
Like,
walk without 2 legs, and he's one of them. Absolutely.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Like it's 50% both ways.
Yeah.
Like so, like
But that was Maul beef.
yeah.
Maul beef was like, how can you send Rory home? That doesn't make sense. Like Rory should have the same kind of equity.
I was
as
also,
you in this podcast.
this is also what I was telling Layson earlier. Nigga, I think that was kind of Maul's out.
Yep.
I don't think
I
Maul
thought
want
the
to do
same
this
thing.
shit.
Like Maul found out and he took it.
Maul don't want to do this shit. Maul done made his bag. He good. That 2-year Spotify deal, he'd have probably made more off of that than he ever thought he was gonna make legitimately in his life.
But you can make more.
He could
not
make
wanna
way
make
more,
more.
but he probably not thinking like
He
that.
probably
He
need to get
good.
into some other shit,
He
though.
fine. He was fine before the podcast shit.
Yeah, his brother Biggs.
Exactly. He don't gotta do this shit.
But then it's like, okay, well, I walked away from 30 mil. Again, that's like what, 3 mil a piece, blah blah blah, after everything, for 5 years. They would own everything I own for 5 years. Boom.
That's all they offered him?
Yeah, that's that.
They offered him 30. They offered him 30 mil
But
for 5
of
years, and then they
everybody
owned
of
everything.
So like,
Everybody's
let's take
everything.
Maul out that. So you can say, hey, Maul, you ain't doing nothing. So Maul be like, hey, I want that. But Rory is about to put an album out, and Parks is engineer and master of all boom bap rappers in the world. Why the fuck would them give their shit away? So like, even if
Even
you
more
just
than that,
waited,
nigga. Joe, they wanted
Maul
partners.
loses.
Pull up. All the shit he doesn't want to vote.
everything,
Spotify offered them $30 million, and they wanted ownership of what?
everything.
For the course of 5 years.
And then not even what they currently got going. Anything you think of going forward is what they wanted.
We want ownership.
They ain't say that shit. To
For
Joe
wait.
Rogan.
So they wanted ownership of like Parks' music shit that he was doing outside of.
Everything. Yes,
Everything. Listen, Joe Budden's pull ups.
And who the fuck thought they should have taken that?
Idiots.
Nobody.
No,
None
it was
of
people
us-
saying like, "Yo, nigga, you should have took that deal." There was people saying
They
that
gave
shit.
fucking Bill Simmons like $1 billion or some
They
shit.
gave Joe Rogan 300 million.
and just said, "Just
100
bring us the Joe Rogan podcast
Just for
and
audio.
That's it.
Audio.
Yo.
They didn't say everything you ever do in perpetuity.
Yo,
Audio.
I
We just want
believe-
your audio.
I believe if we pull up the tape when that happened, Layson said that Joe Budden was fucking up the bag.
No,
He said self-destructive.
no, because
Self-sabotage.
The way he was going about it. I
It
think
had
was
nothing
what
to
he
do with him just walking away from Spotify. It's his demeanor that makes niggas other networks not want to fuck with him.
Shit, I don't think it does. I think when
think
you're
that tide's changing.
When you didn't have when you don't have the leverage, then yeah, that makes you look off. Oh, he's off putting. But when you now Joe Budden podcast, you can go away and say, look, I'm fighting for this. This is what I want. It's a million people out there now who wants to do that same equity type of shit now. They're getting away from that kind of shit. So that's why Patreon was like, oh, we'll do it.
Also, and that's what I'm saying. To piggyback off of that, there are labels out there, not labels, companies out there,
companies,
networks out there that are like, yo, shit, he telling the truth about everything he's saying, and we're with that shit.
And we need a big name to bring us to a level of a platform because Patreon was the original OnlyFans.
Yes.
It's just they didn't allow nudity, and then when OnlyFans came out and they allowed nudity, that's why everybody associates OnlyFans with porn. But that's just Patreon. All it is you putting yourself behind a paywall for exclusive content. Fans can pay your subscription price, or they can donate you money, and they can gain access to this exclusive
It's a
content.
just distribution jail.
Yeah, it's a great platform if you have that kind of level of fan base.
Nigga, it's just a distribution jail.
Yeah, that's it.
OnlyFans is a distribution jail. It's no different than artist who has a huge following on social
It's like
media.
what Master P did.
Yes.
Master P just went and got somebody to distribute his shit.
Exactly.
Yo, that
Simple
little
as that.
white bad baby bitch made an OnlyFans.
Yes, $1 million in
She's over 18 now?
She literally just turned 18.
just turned 18 and made $1 million in 6 hours.
It's weird to me, bro.
It is.
Why are you waiting?
That's creepy as fuck.
It's mad weird.
It's extremely weird, but
Yeah, just
Well, I don't understand why-
It's not far fetched though, because the niggas know for a fact that she just turned 18. So niggas, it's weird on niggas that like that shit.
I guess. I honestly, when
one of the most
we
searched
were
shit on-
younger, our parents' age like porn before the internet was always just turned 18.
Exactly.
Like
That's
all
just
the Playboy, it
that's
was
still one of the
always.
that's still one of the most searched things.
I'm sure it is, but that shit was in like
Teenage.
every fucking Playboy.
Barely legal.
I'm fucking my stepmom. Like,
Yeah.
it's weird.
I know it's still big, but I just remember that shit being like when I first started watching porn when I was like 14, 15. I was probably younger.
How many
honestly.
times, nigga?
But yeah,
even
that
even
shit
the
was
shit that
bigger back
even
in
the
the
shit
day,
that
though.
nigga think a casting couch, nigga. Bitches be like, yeah, just turned 18
That was in
2 months
Arizona.
ago.
Bitch look 30.
That
as
was
fuck.
like 10 minutes from my house in Arizona.
Like, yo, nigga.
Which is why I enjoy Twitter porn much more.
I love Twitter.
I take
I
Twitter.
only watch
so
amateur
organic, nigga.
porn. I only watch the organic shit. I only
Nigga.
watch amateur shit.
Yeah, that shit was shot on the Samsung 8, nigga.
Yeah.
Didn't know that camera, nigga.
Like that could be me. That could be me. I got a couple of them.
Nigga,
Like-
I got head in that same car before, nigga. I get it, nigga. Like,
With that same phone.
exactly, bro. Like, nigga, I can't watch a production porn.
I don't want to.
No, hard pass.
Nah.
But back to fucking the Joe Budden podcast. I don't know how we got to porn, but back to the niggas at the Joe Budden podcast. This rendition of the show, are you guys satisfied with it? Do you think that it has longevity going forward, or do you guys believe that Roy and Maul are staples of the show and they should still be there right now?
It's not terrible, but I prefer Rory and Maul.
I really don't. Maul to me has his moments, but I don't. A lot of shit he says just is dumb as fuck.
Okay.
But I fuck with Rory and Joe's dynamic.
Okay.
I really haven't listened like this around this time of year. I listen to like draft podcasts for football and shit.
Okay.
That's just so I haven't really listened to the new one. But
Fucking nerd.
I know.
What a loser.
Fucking dweeb.
CJ?
I'm with X. I'm not in love with this shit, but it'll do. But I really do hope they come back very sooner than later.
Agreed. I
Did you just pull that out the fridge?
The freezer, son. What the fuck? That shit better be ice cream, son. I was like,
Oh my God!
like, why you put that shit in the freezer?
Real life savage.
was too hot.
If you heating up Burger King,
He wasn't gonna heat it up. There's nowhere to heat it up in here. I know
It
for
was
a
in the
fact.
freezer.
Ain't no mic. It's a hot plate over there that's provided by the teapot, nigga. That's it.
The teapot.
It's a
brought
tea
the
maker.
hot plate.
It's a coffee maker over there.
call the police. Marv is a fucking murderer.
We was about to.
Made him cold.
But anyways, my opinion on
Made
this
it
is
cold.
I personally haven't listened to like the Joe Budden podcast in its entirety in about 2 months.
See, I haven't missed a beat.
Personally,
Neither.
for me, it's just like, you know what? It's like a lot of recycle points for me now because
And they're so long, dude.
they're 3 hours long. There's not much to talk about anymore. Like how a lot of times when I come into the podcast, I'm tired. It's like, shit, what the fuck happened this week that we can talk about?
When I used to listen to like to ones like if Benny and them drop new music because I like Joe Budden's take on music. So like when Benny or Conway dropped, I would go over there. But like I'll always listen, but I use timestamps for Joe Budden podcast because I'm not listening in 3 hours. They'll talk an hour and a half about some
Nothing.
shit, some shit I don't even know about.
Nothing.
So
we
I'm
do
like,
the same shit, and I thoroughly enjoy
no,
it.
I
Not
agree.
gonna lie to you.
I'm not hating on it. I'm just saying I don't usually I'd never listen to the full podcast unless it's one of them episodes where every single timestamp is something I want to hear about.
Yeah. I listen to the whole shit.
Yeah, I listen to the whole shit. I usually
I just
throw it
don't
on.
get
I
why
listen
they
to it
didn't-
probably about an hour a day.
I don't
To
get why they
this
don't
day.
try to make their own network. Like
He
why?
does have a Joe Budden network. Man. He's got
Yeah,
like
but
2 or
they-
3 shows on.
I mean,
so.
like pulling in more talent.
He
just started
is.
this. Like,
He
he
literally
just
just started.
He literally just left Spotify.
It wasn't going to be the same thing as Charlemagne's where you had a powerhouse backing you so you can come out the gate with 12 different shows.
So what else did he add? I know he went to Patreon. And he added more
He's
shows.
got
a Karen
there's
Civil
his show,
show.
and then there's I think they don't got Save On
Karen
show.
Civil show. The
Karen
two
Civil
girls.
show. Yep. Wheezy Chicks. Yep. I think they got. I want to say they got 2 or 3 shows over there on the network, but shit. I mean, it's a start.
Yeah. I
Shit,
didn't know
they
they
can get
did.
us?
I didn't know
Wow.
they had that.
I don't know,
Nigga.
but no, OSMG shit, like that shit was okay. So with Joe Budden, it comes a level of you kind of gotta let Joe be Joe.
Yeah.
Like, cause you know that, like, even if he's wrong in what he's doing in that moment, you know that, like, there is a
Method to the madness.
method to the madness, exactly. So even when he's being belligerent, he's screaming in the microphone. Eminem, remember with those 3 weeks with the Eminem fucking takes back or Eminem beef for 3 weeks straight.
Yeah.
Like I'm saying, you kind of let Joe be Joe. That is your show. Boom. But when when Joe Budden isn't the headline, and you just got to come in there and be a podcast and be entertaining. Rory and Maul are literally huge contributors to that right there. Their personalities, their mix, their dynamic, they put that into it. So for a nigga like Joe to be like, yo, this tension in us, this tension between me and you, stay home for a week. I'm gonna still do the show, but you stay home for a week. Because I don't think that this show can work without it.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't just there's tension between us. There's tension between us. In addition to, I think the tension between us is because you have some things going on at home that you're not really telling us about. And if we friends, then you should. And which the nigga responded, well, maybe we not really friends.
Yeah.
This all happened on the pod?
No, this happened off the pod, but
okay.
he said that. I think not
Joe
this
did say
episode
that.
that was just on this week, but the
Yeah.
last episode. And that was it. He told the nigga straight up, like, yo, I think you got some shit going on outside of here. You kind of, and he was saying like, yo, you kind of like I don't know if he said this to him, but he was saying like, when you notice somebody being, basically like a ticking time bomb.
Yeah.
Joe is mad introspective about that shit too. Like because he talks about going to therapy all the time on the pod. Like I feel like he's mad understanding about it. So I maybe fucking Rory is just going through some crazy.
He
shit
actually
and
said it in one of his raps, nigga. He's like, it's the type of niggas that go through shit and then apply it in real life type shit. Nigga, I've been through all the type of nigga. I've been a ticking time bomb just like you, nigga. I was that 15 years ago.
I need to relax. Take a step back.
Maybe you just need a break from this for a couple weeks because you just giving us too much of your life, and that's what I was saying. Like, yo, maybe they just Rory is our age, nigga.
Yeah.
Imagine being on a fucking. Honestly, yo, like I was telling this nigga earlier, I couldn't imagine being on a podcast at my age right now where 1 million people listen to us a week. That is fucking nuts. Niggas go gold every week. That's fucking nuts. Like like that shit is crazy. Like you dead ass 30 years old, bro. Like you dead ass 30 years old. That shit is nuts. So I can see, and then on top of that,
successful for being 30 though.
and then exactly, nigga, have been in Sony building. He done been working through there. He got Rock Nation ties.
Yeah, Rock Nation.
Like, bro, that nigga shit. He good. But real life can whoop your ass sometimes, and sometimes you need to take a step back from that, bro. Especially, nigga, there's a lot of shit going on.
I mean, I've been in that situation, man. I've been in a situation where I was fucking with a bitch and she fucked my whole mental outlook out, and I took it out on my friends and shit. I've been in that situation, so I can completely understand. And he probably can't see that right now.
Elaborate on that. Not
I think-
No, like dead ass. Like, I'm not gonna say no names, but when me and my ex were together, the last year, I did break up with her multiple times. She kept me in the shit, and I was miserable as fuck. And I would just be like on Facebook, and if someone. One, I was still Facebook arguing, which is corny as fuck. But like, if someone would say something on Facebook that I even thought was like had attitude to it, I would spaz. Like, I'd be an asshole. Like, after me and the girl broke up, it took me a month to realize, and I messaged probably 6-7 people like, my bad. Like, I treated you like fucking shit, whether it be on Facebook or in person, because I was just mad. I walked around mad all day, every day. And all it took was one little piece of you acting like you had attitude, and I spazzed the fuck out. And I wasn't about to marry this chick. So if he was about to marry this girl and she broke up with him, I don't know the inner workings to it. But they probably had conversations off air that we don't know about. And Joe might be 100% right. You never know.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, like I said, I think nigga Maul was just looking for her out.
I feel like Maul was outside of the situation as well. Joe and Rory probably had their own shit, and Joe was like, "You ain't like you're going through some shit," and then Maul was probably just like that outside. You
Like
don't
I said,
even
that
know
was his out. You don't even
Yeah.
know what's going on. You just kind of
Yeah.
using this as an excuse
Yeah.
to not come. If you ain't want to come, nigga, just say that.
Maul has the most at stake, right? I mean,
We can't.
and he said Joe said some crazy shit, and that's the thing. Like Joe is that dude that like I feel like he would say some disrespectful shit to his friends. Like instead of saying yo respectfully, just take a little time off.
No, okay, so this is my thing, nigga. I'm that person that can probably say some disrespectful shit sometimes, but nigga, you kind of got to know where I'm coming from.
Yeah, but when
you
you
my
say
friend,
it,
you're gonna
always,
know where it's coming.
Yeah.
It's coming from a good place. It might not sound the best coming off my tongue, my nigga, but nigga, it's coming from a very good place.
But Joe be yelling like he's about to fight people on the pod. Now imagine how he
said
talks to them off the
but
pod.
he spoke to that too. He said, "Yo, I know I'll be up here yelling like a lunatic, but I don't do that off the fucking pod."
Yeah, and most of the time they probably realize it, but sometimes it probably just hits that when you going through a breakup and shit. It probably just hits that spot where it's like, I don't give a fuck if that's how you normally are. It's mad disrespectful, and I'm not going for it right now.
Yeah, I can see Maul being that guy. Absolutely, that's a fact. All right, well.
But if it's some real shit, they'll all get back together, and it won't be. I'm not worried about it being awkward.
Get back together, man.
I'm not worried about it being awkward because like your friends, you always go through that shit, and if both of you guys chop it up afterwards, and it was coming from a real place, whether you understand it or not, it's fine. It's always good.
Yeah, but like I don't know, friendship and business. I don't know. Me and him just started a business, so we don't really kind of like it's just new for us. But like I don't know how the dynamics of that. But like friendship is one thing. Like, me and this nigga's been mad at each other plenty of times. It has never been to a point where we ain't speaking for weeks. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's my man's. Like, I mean...
Yeah, but it's not that they're not speaking. They just are not coming to the podcast.
Nah, we don't know that they talking.
We don't know if they talking.
I would assume that they talking.
They are talking? Okay, well...
That's good.
Mean, I guess. But, like, it's very hard to fucking, like, you know what? We've been listening to you for 5 weeks or 5 years, and the last 3 weeks you just disappear. How do you rebound from that? Like, like, especially because you're so interpersonal with your own aspects of your lives. Like,
well, they're gonna have to come back and explain, so that'll
exactly.
be they'll do crazy numbers, so I'm sure that won't be like.
And I don't think fans care. Like, imagine if Jay-Z and remember, like, imagine if Jay and Kanye drop Watch the Throne 2 right now. We don't give a fuck they were fighting for 5 years. They dropped that shit. That shit is going platinum in a week.
No, but see, but
then...
You know what I'm saying?
7 hours,
we don't care.
But even then, they'll still give us in
the bars, yeah.
We'll still get some resolution in there.
Yeah, but we don't need it beforehand, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, no, we don't need it beforehand. Give it to us in the content.
Yeah,
we'll take it in the content. How else will you possibly give it to us? You're fucking content creators.
Yeah,
you're not just don't get on the line and tweet like we good.
What is this fake beef like rappers do?
Just to stir up some shit. I ain't gonna lie, I thought that shit too, cause the last podcast that Rory and Mo was on, them niggas was both talking about going down to fucking Miami. Or out to Cali. One of the two. I forgot where exactly. But they were both talking about catching a fight as soon as the joke was over. And then they ain't been back since.
Facts. I remember
they created a beef so they could sit in fucking LA.
So they could take a week off and 2 weeks off.
They low-key just skipped a week. Because I thought that I missed the episode. And I'm like, yo, they just didn't put the episode out.
Yo, no, they did.
3 weeks.
Okay, so that it was that podcast, and then the week after that, I think they took that week off, and then they ain't been back since. Or something like that. It's been something weird.
It's been 3 weeks. I don't know. I'll tell you how many episodes. So episode 423 was the last time he was on it. So 5 episodes they missed.
That's crazy. I haven't even noticed it's been that.
They took.
I ain't gonna lie.
See, I don't get it through their Patreon.
They did 2 weeks, so that's only 2 weeks.
Yeah. The last episode that they were on was March 13th, and they've dropped 5 episodes since. On for regular people, for people who don't pay Patreon, I don't know how many episodes they drop for.
Imagine being a nigga that got the premium Patreon and you ain't getting no content right now.
Oh my god! Son. How much is it? How much is it?
Nigga? $20, nigga. No, the premium.
No, the premium. Yeah, the first one's $5.
I want my fucking money back, nigga. Anyways, man. Shit. Joey VP. We talk about Sweetie. What else we got, man?
I got
music, man.
I got
Cassidy beat Hitman Holla.
I got sports, but
Cassidy B. Oh, that Drake shit. Drake.
Oh, you're drinking Rick Ross.
Rick Ross.
Oh, and DMX.
DMX.
Yeah.
He said he's breathing on his own though.
Yeah. Moment of silence for DMX. Prayers up. Speedy recovery. To the X's point, they did say that he is now breathing on his own and took him off
Life support.
So that is a plus. Speedy recovery to that man. We're gonna keep it, short on that. We don't really know the details. Fuck TMZ. I hate the way they report shit.
That man is one of the greatest rappers of all time, and he don't get talked about enough. But he is top 10, top 15. His run. He's got 3 albums that I don't know if I can name. I don't know if I can name. He might be
CJ.
12 to 15. Like, come on, son. There's never been a song that gave you more feeling than this shit, bro.
Can you turn this up for me, please?
My phone. Turn it up.
When I was listen, son, I've been to some real low places, my nigga, and this is my first song to go to. Like,
tear shit up. I can't get up.
This might be his 4th classic. What album was this on?
I've cried to this record like more than one time.
It's just for Maces to find my way.
In bed. Get there.
With my mama.
She got on some fly shit, so I split and said that I'ma be that seed that doesn't need much to succeed. Strapped with mad greed, a heart that doesn't bleed. When I caught a buzz, thinking about how short I was. The last show I couldn't tell. Group homes and institutions prepare my for jail. They put me in the situation, forcing me to be a man. When I was just learning to stand without a help. Make a father believe his first kid at 7, doing my first thing. Back on the scene at 14, with a scheme to get more green than I'd ever seen in a dream. And by all means, I will be living high off the hog. Never gave a fuck about
Shit for my dogs.
I'd head off in my last.
Just a young adult shorty going nowhere fast.
This nigga said he did his first bid at 7.
What? At 14, nigga. You did a 7-year bid at 7. What, nigga?
That nigga was Bade.
Facts though, he might be the bane of the rap world, man.
What the fuck? Xavier. What's wrong with you?
Yo, could you imagine?
Could
you imagine being 14, you're playing pickup basketball at the basketball court? This little nigga's out there throwing elbows and shit. You're like, yo, where'd you learn to play ball like that? He's like, nigga, I just got out. Out of where?
I just did a 5-year bid.
Out of where?
Just did a 7-year bid.
Out of fucking Compton, nigga.
My baby's 7 right now. I couldn't imagine him being in juvenile. What has to happen for you to be that bad at 7? That grown and bad at 7? Like I honestly
be off the porch.
Well, he could have been in a foster home. It didn't have to be a juvenile.
Listen, my nigga. Listen.
I
would love to see a documentary on him though.
Listen. He definitely deserves a documentary, a biopic, whatever the fuck, everything. But at 7 years old, my son is 7 years old right now, bro. That nigga, if I say, yo, walk to the store and get some milk.
You're lost, nigga. Lost.
He would have no fucking clue what the fuck to do. Honestly, yo. Is that good or bad?
There's positives and negatives to both.
Is that good or bad? Honestly, because I feel like I'm such a good parent that he don't got to fend for himself ever. Like the nigga don't got to pour his own cereal type shit.
At 7, I can go to the store by myself, but I was gonna make a mistake. If something gonna fuck up to me going to the store at 7 years old.
I got you the 100s instead of the shorts.
I wasn't going nowhere at 7.
No, my parents was letting me out, but I was only going up to the corner.
I wasn't going nowhere.
I was only going up to the corner.
My mom wasn't letting me go to the store by myself at 7 years old.
I'm trying to remember if I was out.
We was off the porch, bro.
Even if I was only going around the corner, my mom wasn't letting me go to the store at 7 years old.
So, like, I had older siblings, so, like,
same.
Me at 7 was an average 9-year-old versus you at 7 was a 7-year-old. You know what I'm saying? Like I was acting like my older siblings when I was 7 years old because I had guidance. You know what I'm saying? Versus like I wasn't outside by myself. So like right now, if I was to send my kid outside, I'm not sending my kid. I don't send my kid outside by himself right now. He's 5. Like my kid don't be outside playing with other kids. You know what I'm saying?
The only time
Because
that
I don't want to
to
be out there with them other kids. I just don't want to do that
listen.
shit.
The only time I was out there doing that shit is when I was at. I remember when I used to go to Booby House. Booby House, I used to do outlandish shit over there.
Yeah, because you was outside with other kids though. It was like 19 kids running down the block all day.
Yeah, and back then there
No,
was
nigga,
like
we
there
was
was
dead
like
ass, like
12-year-olds
blocks
hanging out
over.
with
Gang of
6-year-olds.
niggas,
You know,
But I don't think I was that young. Still, I still don't think I was 7. I still think I was more.
all that
in the
shit
9
meshes
to-
together for me.
I think
I
I
can't-
still was more in the 9 to 11-year-old range. I think that was all in the span of 2 years.
I can't tell you the difference between my
Well, I
7-year-old
could've
and
actually
being a
been younger. I
10-year-old.
ain't
It
even
just
gonna
all
lie.
meshes together for me.
I was always outside
I'd
playing with
ask my
other
mom.
kids.
I was always outside, but I can't tell you when like I was first allowed to like
venture
My
out.
parents were more like let that motherfucker learn the hard way than most of my parents' friends were.
I was
out earlier than most of my friends.
I was
but
outside around 5 and 6 years old, but I was like, oh, you don't go past 2 houses down.
All right,
yeah, and back
hold
in
on.
the day, you would see 12-year-olds hanging out with 5-year-olds because it's just whoever's in your neighborhood.
Oh, siblings.
See,
nigga.
yeah,
This is-
sibling,
this is
not
so-and-so's
just
little brother,
siblings
yeah.
though. Like anyone. Like if the man, if you had to hang out with, who you had to hang out with.
So
if
for
you
me-
were the oldest one on the block, then that sucks. You're hanging out with some 5-year-olds.
I got a question. Got a question. I got a question. Question. It's 4 out of 5 of us here got kids.
Yeah.
Your parental paranoia, man. How does it work? Cause I ain't gonna lie, I be paranoid as fuck. Like just off of simple shit. Like when them niggas is riding their bikes and their scooters, like we out there learning and shit. Put your helmets on.
I have zero paranoia. I want that kid to go through everything I went through.
I be so yo nigga, my
extreme
head,
paranoia.
nigga, my head is so fucking weird.
I
I'd be
have
like,
zero.
yo, what if he fall off the scooter and fucking crack his head on the fucking curb? Oh my god, he
You be
died.
like Brian.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, I
Like,
might not be
I don't
that- I
know
might not
why
be
the
that
fuck my
paranoid,
brain
dude.
work like that, nigga. But I just be like, oh my god, what if he does that? Oh my god, what if he's fucking on the scooter and the fucking car just
I
zooms
want
down
my
the street
kid- I
and
want-
kills him?
I want my
like
kid-
that's this type of shit I be thinking.
Listen, I dead ass want my kids to have the exact same childhood that I did.
I don't.
wish, I wish. Like, I mean, we came into some. I survived some shit that I shouldn't have. I did
Yeah,
some
I'm like-
fuck shit. Listen, but I honestly believe if I didn't go through that shit, I wouldn't be okay now.
Yeah, I agree that I'm the same way, but
100%. Listen,
I'm like,
I look at the niggas. I look at niggas like that got into shit after fucking like after we got the. I hop off the porch around 10 years old, nigga. I'm out here with the bad kids doing bad shit. I was smoking weed by 13 and shit. You know what I'm saying? I was off the porch early, my nigga. But luckily by 19, I'm like, nah, nigga.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm
I've
good.
had enough.
Yeah.
Versus a nigga that hop off of the porch at 16.
I was outside as long as I don't have any memory of not being allowed to run around my entire neighborhood
Right.
Exactly.
within the confines of
Listen,
Jordan.
son,
But
I
I,
got a
have a
homeboy.
unique situation.
Me and
though.
CJ used to hang out with this nigga. You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? I got a homeboy. He started smoking weed in high school. Was an A1 football player up until that. Started smoking weed in high school. His life has been shit ever since. Fell off the face of the earth. All potential flushed out the window.
Nigga said he had AIDS.
But guess what happened? Guess what happened up until before then? His parents kept him shelter. Listen, son, niggas kept him shelter. All of that other shit.
Yeah, that's what, I don't believe in the shelter part. That's what I'm saying. Like,
it was lived a great life up until
terribly
then, bro. Like,
scared.
the second
Nah,
I
it
got
was
outside-
it was a lot of shit that went on in high school and personal shit
Yeah, I know, but you
that
know what
I
mean.
think it could have contributed to
You know
that
what's
too.
funny though? The most
But also
comfortable.
that nigga was on that nigga was on and off his medicine too. He wasn't right in the head.
You're right, man.
It was a lot of shit that contributed to that. So it wasn't that was I feel a special case. But I do agree with you.
Like,
There is a lot of difference between a motherfucker that's been doing a motherfucker that's been kind of, I wouldn't say out here, but kind of ripping and running since they was like 11, 12. You know what I'm saying? And kind of had free reign to do what they wanted to do in the neighborhood. Which my mom also gave me, you know what I'm saying, free reign to do what I wanted to do in the neighborhood. You got so many blocks this way, so many blocks that way, nigga. And if you ain't here by a certain time, I'm going, that your ass is grass, nigga.
Yeah.
My name long.
See, I had a unique situation because I had so many family members that lived in my neighborhood that I had the whole neighborhood as my oyster plus the resource building. You know what I mean? If I try to trick on my way to Unity Park sometimes. If I ain't get caught, I was cool, but I couldn't stay out there too long.
But you had
'cause I
Jordan
know-
Gardens.
Yes, I'm
Jordan
saying.
Gardens. But see, and when you a kid, you think that's the world, nigga.
Hell
that
yeah.
shit,
That's what I'm
nigga.
saying.
And then nigga, now that shit ain't but this
yeah,
big.
you can spin
Nigga.
through that mother, but to me, that shit was huge.
Yeah,
so I got my
yeah.
grandma in one corner. I live in another corner. I got my great grandma who lives like somewhat in the middle, and then all my grandma friends were her eyes.
Neighbors,
Yeah, like
exactly.
Miss
Listen,
Cox, Miss
but
Polly. I couldn't do shit
in this
without
time
them
frame that we
calling my
talking
grandma.
about between 11 and fucking 15, nigga. I lived on 22nd Street, nigga. I couldn't go. I could go to Center Court. I couldn't go all the way to Highland. Highland was my cutoff, nigga. If my mom would have caught me on Highland, she'd have towed my ass up. And going the other way, I couldn't go past Hyde Park. She didn't want me over there.
See?
Going to
It
hometown.
was too niggerish one way, and the white folks on the other end was gonna give me problems. So she said, "Listen, this your radius."
Son, going to hometown used to be a fucking adventure for me. And, and when I got older and I like started driving, and I would leave my grandma's house and I would get to hometown in 2 seconds. I'd be like, why was this shit so far away when I was fucking 12? Yeah. But this shit is literally, I could hit that shit with a rock from my grandma's porch right now. That's just how it is, man.
9, 8, 9. My mom was letting me go to the back store.
My hood was literally all of this. I could just didn't go over the bridge. I ran from Fairfield to fucking the last quarter UP, nigga. This was my fucking reign. I was in
by 11 and shit.
Nigga, no, from 9 till by 9, nigga.
No, I'm talking about when I was like 5 and 6, I was sticking my confines with Jordan. As I started getting older, like it kept expanding into the 3. Like my uncle lived in Center Court, so we was allowed to walk from my grandma's house on that corner. It's a straight shot. That straight shot, my grandma knew 3 people on that block.
Listen,
Like,
yo,
so it's like she was like, my grandkids walking down to their uncle house. Make sure you look out the window for them.
On Fairfield Avenue, nigga. So from Fairfield to the last quarter Unity Park, nigga, I was all over that.
Like at 9 years old, by yourself.
Yes.
Once I got a bicycle, it was over.
And there's no way.
I'm the same way now with my kids.
But you were
There's
never,
no
kids were
way.
never by
Fucking
themselves,
hell.
though.
No.
Kids were never by themselves
That's
back
what-
then.
And can I be honest with you? And I don't know if it's because of the times, like how much shit has changed. I don't know if it's because
You know what you
I've kept them sheltered, and I also don't know if it's because I just don't know if them niggas will be able to survive out there like that. I know they just not built for that. I didn't build them for that. I didn't want them to be out there like that. But I kind of do now.
You know how many times I got punched in my face and I came home crying?
Them
You ain't gonna die. You ain't gonna die.
Yo, I was not allowed to come at home crying. Yo, my grandma was the most vicious one of all of them. So she let me got punched in the face, and I came home crying, and I ain't whooped nobody ass.
Now you gotta lose
She
again?
like,
Hell
you
no.
know what? Go your ass back outside. Matter of fact, come on. Let me get my goddamn house shoes on. Crusty feet and all. Walking around the block, finding me somebody to go fight. That's like my grandma. In hindsight now, she just had a lot of eyes. She had so many people she knew around the city that it was certain areas we was allowed to go because all she would do was pick up a phone, call a couple people. They'd be standing outside the door. I didn't know until I got older that these people all knew my fucking grandma. So I'm like, when I'm walking down Center and I see this one old lady in one house, another old lady on her porch, and then my uncle in the field, he can see us from pretty much by the time we got to like Dyrell House or some shit. So it's like, I'm like, oh, we was getting watched the whole time. We was never by ourselves like I thought I was until I started sneaking out of Jordan Gardens is when I started realizing I was by myself.
Remember when up this block used to be Apple Walk? Remember Apple Walk, nigga?
All that we used to cut through this shit.
Oh, so right up here, right?
Yeah,
literally in that
you can
corner
take
right
that. That's
there.
the back way you take the main street.
Yeah, nigga, that was it. Was used to have a fucking
Little cut.
It was a pathway. It was a cut, nigga.
Yep, right in the
over
back.
the train tracks.
With the
nigga.
barbershop. That's how you get to the barbershop.
Yeah, exactly. My grandma used to live right there, right in that last in Apple Walk, nigga.
Yeah.
So from Apple Walk, I was allowed to go there, all the way down to fucking the last court where my first cousins Marquand and them lived with Buck.
See, Reese and them
So
lived over there too, and
Listen,
that's
son,
park
I
you
used to
talking
go.
about.
I'll go from my grandma's house. I go play fucking crazy tackle in the last court with Buck and Marquand and all that, and Dale, everybody, nigga. I'll go to Jordan Gardens. I'll be playing crazy tackle in Jordan Gardens with Darrell and you niggas.
Wow.
Nigga, hey, nigga. Fairfield, I come over here and play fucking football.
There's 3 different hoods you could
Yeah,
get
nigga,
out.
I was coming over here. No, that wasn't the only hood I was coming to. I was coming to Center Court too.
I didn't like Center
I was
Court.
allowed to Center Court too.
I didn't like Center Court, yo. Them niggas just came off dingy. To
Yeah,
me.
I didn't like him either. Same. High five,
Niggas
nigga.
like, yeah,
High
I'm like,
five to the Jordan
I
Garden
just
niggas
don't
over
like,
here.
you know,
Garden Avenue niggas. I
Yo.
went to Center Court niggas like, what's going on over here?
My mom had a friend in
For someone who grew up outside of that area, it was all one hood to me.
Yeah.
It was all one hood.
To most people, it was, but to us,
No.
you know what I mean?
Oh,
No,
no,
it wasn't.
nigga.
You know what I
It
mean?
was
Niggas
lines,
I'm from
nigga.
Jordan
But
Garden.
like-
Niggas will find a way to divide some shit.
But like
People
people would act like the mid was like the whole city though. They'd be like, oh, like if you lived on Willow, you was the same shit if you lived on 9th and
niggas
Ferry.
on Pearson,
And
niggas
that's
on
like,
Lacelle
yeah,
was different niggas.
yeah, completely different. But people would be
East
like,
side
oh,
niggas is
you live in the
different,
mid, you live in the mid, you must know this dude and this dude. I'm like,
Listen,
Nope. Never
that shit is,
Josh.
I can't even walk
When I
there.
came to Jordan Gardens, them niggas looked at me like, "Oh, you got money. Why are you coming down?"
He lived around the corner.
I'm broke as hell, nigga. I'm just living in a house.
Like,
around
you
the
literally
corner,
can
nigga.
climb over a gate in the
get
back
in
of
my
Jordan
backyard.
Gardens and get in his backyard.
Exactly.
Like literally, it was his
But
house,
no,
Mr.
They didn't fuck with
Fred.
me. They didn't fuck with me for a while, bro. Like,
Like, you live in a house?
No, nigga, you live in a house, nigga. Nah.
That shit is crazy.
You from 63rd, nigga.
Yo, that's how yo Jordan Gardens would literally treat niggas like Fairfield. What's the other shit? It's
Center,
Center,
Fairfield.
Fairfield, Garden, all them like they from 63rd.
If you
It's
stayed
like-
in a house.
because you stayed in the house.
You know what's now that I'm older, you know what the weirdest dynamic is? Is Highland and everything is on one side of Hyde Park and Belden Center is on the other side of Hyde Park. And when I worked at Solidays, that dynamic was the funniest shit I've ever seen in my life, son. The funniest shit because they're just like, you already know, Belden Center is like the weirdest neighborhood
Absolutely.
at this side of the Mississippi,
It's
motherfucker. I'm not even
incestual.
talking about it in New York.
It's
That shit is the weirdest place I've ever been.
That's the. I got my home in the first time home buyers association. We put $3,000 down.
That motherfuckers hand down houses
Yes.
like you wouldn't fucking believe.
Yes.
They're all cousins, so they gotta find which one's their second cousin, so there ain't no weird birth defects. So they're like, I'm cousins with her right there. Let me go in the next block. We second cousins. We can have some kids. We probably be fine. Like they all got this.
Yeah, I
There's
told you,
there's
man,
like 6
incestual
last names
looking
there, bro. There's
motherfuckers,
like
man.
6 last names out of the however many houses are there. So you got them weirdos, and then you got the Highland, and it's all together in Solidays. I love that fucking job, man. I love that fucking job, son.
Listen, Solidays
Those
fucking-
dynamics were crazy.
That's nuts.
Highland was a
They
beast,
got out
boy.
about that motherfucker quick. Like, all right, yo, this is too many blended motherfucking personalities. Let's get the fuck up out of here.
Y'all know nothing about prices, man.
Oh, and it wasn't off the porch for those chopped burger subs.
You know what I
Chopped
mean?
burger subs.
My mom was still a little young, hot ass.
Listen, man.
Going up the prices midnight.
Remember,
I'm like, Mom, bring me back a
You know something
sub.
crazy, yo?
Tell my dad to pay
one
for
of my
it.
earliest memories the night Phil got killed.
Who?
The night Phil.
Oh yeah. Oh.
The night Phil
God,
got killed, and niggas will. The first story I heard was that niggas ran his pockets after he died.
Yeah, it was. some
Why?
shit.
Before the ambulance got there, they went in his pockets to get the money out.
There was some shit.
Who was that?
Phil. He was a dude on Highland, cool dude. Yeah, he may have a little money in his pocket. You know what I mean? The niggas killed him. I don't know who killed him either. I never heard about that.
Never heard about it.
My
I
dad
wasn't
used to
old
tell me
enough
how-
to understand, so I don't know.
I used to tell me how when buff niggas used to come here, niggas used to be sick. Cause them buff niggas back in that time frame is what Benny and them talk about. That's when heroin was crazy. So them niggas was getting mad money and they just come in and fall sometimes and just go to 3Ms. I'm like, you come from Buffalo to go to 3Ms?
It's good to be
My
a
dad
big
was
fish in
like,
a little
nah,
pond
3Ms
sometimes.
was his
Niggas
black
love
spot,
that.
son. Like he's like, that's the spot. Like that back
You come
then,
down here with 10 bands in your pocket going
oh
to 3Ms, nigga.
God, nigga, in the 90s?
And
Like
10
that
bands
picture
ain't
I
shit
sent
to a
y'all?
nigga in the
My
90s.
dad
I
had
couldn't
a liquor in the
imagine
blunt.
3Ms in the 90s. I could not imagine
Son.
3Ms in the 90s.
That and Pharaoh's. Pharaoh's is down off.
Pharaoh's. My mom used to work at Pharaoh's.
Son, your mom know how that shit was
Nigga.
popping. Monte
Son,
Carlo on
if we ever get the
Ontario,
money, if
Nigga,
we ever get
Pharaoh's
the money,
and Club
we gotta
Exit.
rebuild that shit. Cause that club right there,
Infrastructure for it?
oh
I think
my
it's so-
god,
I
that
think it's
club
so
is
fucked up.
beautiful.
I
They got
think
the
it's-
swirling Scarface stairs.
can-
I think it's
That
so
spot.
fucked up in there that it's not what. That's why ain't nobody did nothing with it. It's so fucked up in there that it's kind of like
They're
yo,
probably
restoration
asking for
is
too
probably-
much.
Yeah, they probably
That's
asking
what
price
it is.
for it. It's
They
probably
got
too much.
bodies in
Plus the
very-
restoration.
yeah.
If you can
And it's because there's no one down there no more. When that place was
it's about to
popping.
gentrify. They gentrifying Whirlpool. You see that shit?
Yeah, but you
seen it so
don't.
far?
But the thing with a club, you don't want it to be gentrified. With a club, you just want to be around other clubs. You just want to be the best club. You want to be around other clubs that bring people by, and then they look at your club and they're like, I'm going in there.
That's why
You can't be the only bar on the street. You can't be. The only way you could be the only bar on the street is if you're the dive spot that all the like Solidays, like Solidays. But if you're a club, you can't be the only bar on the street. I don't care how good it is in here. I want to leave here and go somewhere else.
That's true.
But that building, they used to have the fucking spiral staircases. It had the VIP sections up in the top. That was where the ballers went.
He used to dress different when he said he was going to Pharaoh's. He used to go to Monte Carlo's, Pharaoh's, 3M's.
Is it Monte Carlo the one that's on Whirlpool, or is it Pharaoh's?
No, it's Pharaoh's on Whirlpool. Monte
Carlo's on
Ontario.
Ontario. Yeah.
Whenever my mom be talking about going out here, it was Pharaoh's and Club Exit.
Yeah, see?
Club Exit was right there on 3rd Street.
Third Street
Smoking
was
Joe's shit.
popping though. There was like
The Ice
8-9
House,
places.
Yep, Ice House.
My family house is on Ashland. My mom used to walk to
roof
3rd
and
Street
you could see
every
that
night, dude. Every night she walked to 3rd Street or Main, whatever one.
Yeah.
There used to be 9-10 bars on both streets. People came from Buffalo to come to Niagara Falls because Niagara Falls nightlife was better.
We had the
chip
chips.
strip.
Yeah.
I ain't give a fuck. I had my
And we had the Canadian bitches. That's what we had.
That's what my dad.
It was Canadian
My
bitches?
bitches.
Yeah, yeah.
Both bitches coming from that
It
way,
was the-
nigga. Niggas was living.
It was
back
the
in the
it was the
90s, nigga.
crossroads,
That's about to
bro.
happen.
Living
I don't know if they
That
were
was the
Niagara
Silk
Falls,
Road
but
of
they
Western
Buffalo
New York
crazy.
right there, man.
Over that border.
What are you talking about, Marv?
You know what I mean? It's gonna be a fun summer, man. I told someone I'm gonna drag her out
Oh, this
a couple
summer about
times
to be
just
stupid.
experience the
Not for me.
ambiance.
I'm gonna be at home.
Oh, you dumb.
Streaming.
Me and my girl, we can alternate.
Those hours in.
I'm gonna be out there
You on
acting like it's
Friday or Saturday?
1988, bro.
This nigga job.
She got to pick Friday or Saturday. Which one you want? I'll stay home one night with the baby. You know what I'm saying?
But I ain't saying
Well,
on
my
both
baby
nights.
now, he about to be 18 months now.
Out of here.
Oh, he could walk. He could fend for himself. You better be out here.
Yeah, nigga better start pouring his own cereal.
Yo,
We got a long wait, man.
yo, his siblings pour his cereal and shit for him.
Oh, that's love.
Yeah,
I
I'm
ain't
telling
gonna
you.
lie. I'm so happy my
Remember my
kids
daughter,
is
I got
fucking
11
7 and 6.
daughter,
Nigga,
son.
them niggas gonna be. They
I'm already
good
teaching
8,
her how to cook.
good 8, good 7.
This summer
and
about
8,
to be
nigga.
crazy, man.
Them niggas, you know what I'm saying?
Imagine-
I'll be doing them niggas dirty now. Like, yo, come here.
Remote.
Come give me this remote.
Yeah,
Right
what?
there. I don't give a fuck.
I'm not. It's like 3
Fuck what
flights,
you was
son.
doing. I don't give a fuck about your attitude. Give me that fucking remote, nigga, before I knock your ass out. And don't you have an attitude, nigga? I swear to God.
Yo, I used to hate with my mom's. Why you gotta? I'm like, why am I supposed to be happy about stopping my Pokemon game to come give you a fucking remote?
I don't give a fuck,
Because you
nigga.
comfortable. What the fuck is that?
Yo, come hand me that.
I don't give a fuck.
And then you got this shit run down what she do, and he's like, all
It's
right.
crazy that we all lived the same childhood. So, I mean,
this is
that
wild.
shit is wild.
I
I remember
miss
my
my
dad
kids,
used to be
yo.
like, Josh! Like he was dying, son. Like he was straight up dying.
So you come
and I
running.
would wake up from a nap like, what? Don't yell at me. Come down here. I'm like, but you just yelled at me. But whatever. I wouldn't say that. And I would come down. He'd be like, yo, give me that. And it'd be on the table. It would be like if it was on the other side where the blunt wrappers are. This man would be screaming like he was fucking dying. Now it's the other way around. Kids be yelling. Kids be like,
No, it ain't the other way
Not
around.
mine.
son.
I see
Yo,
it.
I swear to God, my son got to
I've been with a lot of single moms in the past couple years.
No,
Yeah.
them niggas be upstairs calling me. I think I ain't moving.
Josh, that
They would
was
come
key.
downstairs and get me.
That
if
was
you
key
really
right there.
need me.
You said you was with single mothers. As fathers, I don't want to hear that shit.
Right.
Yeah, fuck y'all.
Yeah.
Look, I'll be honest with you. My son be tight when parents leave. Oh, be pissed.
Son.
When parents leave, he know it's a wrap for all that shit he got going
Yo,
on,
my
nigga.
kids be like,
It
my
be
kids
a
told
wrap.
Small, they was like, can we eat dinner now? And then Small's like, why y'all ain't eat? Daddy ain't cook nothing. I'm like, I ain't cooking shit for y'all. Fuck you talking about I ain't cook nothing. I know I did. Fuck you talking about?
You trying to tell on me? I tell on myself. I ain't cook shit, and I ain't cooking
She
shit.
I don't fuck with you like that,
Yo,
nigga.
the little baby.
You think I'm some type of bitch? You think I'm some type? You about to just eat my food?
The baby running
I fed the
downstairs.
little nigga. Them other niggas, fuck them.
Yo, I
don't
cooked
like
them
their
some,
energy.
some French fries, and they was like, "Oh, so did you cook us all lunch?" I'm like, Hell no, they cook y'all lunch. I'm like, I'm only feed him because I have to. I was like, go in the kitchen and get you something to eat.
Figure it out.
They was like, but we can't cook on the stove. You got a microwave. There's a toaster oven. There's a lot of other options. Get the fuck up out my face.
Go somewhere.
Raising kids just be like Sims, bro.
And your brother running around.
Swear to God. I swear to God.
He at that age, you can't just put him in shit no more.
No.
He wants
Somebody
to
gotta
walk
watch him.
and walk. And somebody got fuck that. Stay your ass downstairs now. You playing your Game Boy on your bed, nigga? No, come to this room and play your Game Boy. Keep an eye on your little brother, man, or your DS or whatever.
Make sure he alright.
Yeah,
I'll be
like,
over here though.
I'm gonna be on the couch laying down. If he bleed, wake me up. Other than that, he got some French fries on the counter. He gonna come to you when he need them.
He got calories and carbs. He good.
He got something to drink. Like
You know what
they
it
pour
is.
his drinks too. Pour him something to drink in his little sippy cup. I mean, fuck out of here.
Yo, if I was his brother,
That's y'all
nah.
kid.
If I was the older brother,
Someone was
Hell
like,
that shit,
you let him out the
Hell
whole
nah.
time. I was like, shit, I took a nap. I hope he alright. I was like, one of the kids was down here. She's like, you should be letting them. I'm like, what they gonna do to the damn boy? Damn.
You think they just gonna let the nigga die?
Yeah.
Yo,
my brother would
I
have.
can honestly say, yo, my entire childhood, I don't remember just hanging out with my parents. I didn't hang out with my parents. It was like, yo, I woke up every day and I just figured shit the fuck out. If I didn't have school, I figured shit out. If it was food on the table, it was. If it wasn't, I had to figure shit the fuck out. I don't recall, like, yo, going to my parents, like, hey, yo, what we cooking for dinner? My son dead ass wake up every day, like, what's for breakfast? What's for lunch? And what's for dinner?
That's why I don't want to have a kid.
I'd be like,
Reason
nah,
number one.
I'm like,
What? You disrespectful ass nigga. You think I'm about to...
I gotta buy it and cook it.
I gotta figure out food for me 3 times a day. I gotta figure out food for you 3 too? Oh, no.
yo, my
hell
kids
no.
like, what we eat for dinner? I'm like, what y'all want for dinner? I'm like,
What you feel like? I don't really know
what you got a taste for, my guy?
Right.
I ain't gonna lie. I always ask my kids what they want for dinner. I ain't gonna lie. I was like, what y'all want for dinner
What
today?
y'all want for dinner today?
Y'all want for
I'm
dinner
not
today?
thinking for y'all.
I do give them that option. You know what I'm saying? Let me know what y'all want for dinner, and then we'll decide.
Yeah,
We'll
you
decide
throw
as a
me some
unit.
hints, and I'm gonna tell you what I'm willing to pay for.
When the
Because 9
kids-
times out of 10, y'all want to order
My-
some
my
shit.
son-
asking you, like,
listen.
yo, what you want?
No, listen. Isaiah deadass be mad as fuck when I don't make eggs for breakfast.
He be tight.
He think I'm supposed to make him eggs for breakfast every
Every
day.
day, my nigga. Like, my kid think you about to get a hot meal every day. If you got school, you're not getting nothing hot.
Hey, yo, listen.
Yo, he was like,
hey,
can you make us waffles every morning? In that waffle maker?
Hey, listen,
No.
bro. Hey, bro. Suck my dick, nigga. I'm not making no
What?
Yo, dude, what I be thinking to my kids, yo, I be like, and then I be thinking back, I'm like, yo, but your mom cooks you 2 hot meals a day, though.
Fuck on my face, nigga. Suck my dick, nigga. Fuck- Make your own fucking eggs, nigga.
Yo, I be,
Here, fat boy, I get
Nigga, shit, fat boy. We close.
yo, like,
CJ,
yo,
you gotta show them how to do it and teach them like you cooking crack.
yo, X,
Pay
man.
attention, because I'm only showing you this one time.
Show you this one time, nigga.
Your kid, when your
You better
son
know
get a
how to
little
do
older,
this shit.
son, I swear, when he start doing it, you gonna be looking at him like, yo, I know you're not really coming up to me at 8 o'clock in the morning. I'm still asleep, nigga, and you waking me up to about you hungry.
Look, yo.
Go
funny-
get some fucking cereal.
The funny thing
There's
is, I will
food
get up
down
and
there.
make
Figure
eggs.
it the fuck
I
out.
promise you, my son 5, he won't talk to me before 9 o'clock. If I don't got coffee in my hand, my Ezra don't have to talk to me because I keep it to 100. I keep it on the stove with that nigga. Like, yo, why you talking to me right now?
Yo,
Like,
man,
yo,
Mason to
look,
come.
I got
Mason's
nothing
like,
for you.
he's like, I couldn't sleep.
I got nothing for you right now, fam. Leave me alone.
He comes to my
Like,
room at 6 in the morning the other night. He's like, I couldn't sleep. Go try again. The fuck you mean? Go try again. The fuck you mean you couldn't sleep?
out of here, nigga. Try to fuck again.
Then he gonna tell us, yo, he said his little amiibos keep looking at him.
We'll turn them around, nigga.
Turn
and
them
go lay
around.
down.
I swear
Fuck
now,
out my
he
face.
said that shit a couple weeks ago. I was like, yo, go bag them up and go to bed. Bag them amiibos up.
Yo, see,
and go to fucking-
yo, you better than me. I'm the type of nigga that get mad as fuck. So I would have went in the room and knocked them all the fuck down and said, now go the fuck to sleep. and went and laid back down.
Yo, I was,
Like, yo, get out my face.
he was
with
like,
that
they keep
dumb shit.
looking at him. I'm like, looking
not
at him.
playing
I'm
that
like,
shit.
So I'm like, they looking at him. What the fuck he mean? They moving? I was like, you think they moving? He's like, they keep following. I'm like, yo, Go bag them. Go downstairs, get a garbage bag them up, and go to sleep. Son. Stop talking to me about this shit. Simone's like, why you always gotta be me? I'm like, fucking mean to him.
Y'all keep it on the stove with y'all kids too, though, because I be keeping it on 100, but on the stove. I
be
look
trying
I
to,
did
like,
ask him, be like, Ezra, be like, yo, bro, you talking too much. I need
Yes.
you to stop.
Absolutely.
Just stop talking.
I'm like, yo, we watching a movie right now. like nigga, you talking through the fucking movie.
The one time I went to Lason's house, we're eating chicken wings. This dude Ezra brings me into his room and starts talking about Spider-Man and shit. So I'm trying to do the nice thing. I'm like trying to like level down, you know, talk to kid. Lason's like, man, he don't give a fuck about Spider-Man.
Hey, yo, nigga. Hey, yo, he don't give a
That's
fuck.
one of the funniest moments of my fucking life, son.
Yo, you got
Oh my god!
I know you're talking about Spider-Man, nigga. Leave him alone. Yo, these kids they have thin ass skin. Like my kids be like, oh, don't stop judging me. I'm like, cause somebody said they don't like your shirt that's jumping. Yo, if you don't shut the fuck up with that shit, I started cussing. Now I'm like, yo, someone's like, why you got? I'm like, because listen to this shit. It's fucking judging them about his shirt.
Crazy was like,
Cause this nigga pussy. That's what
I be wanting to say.
my kid's not gonna be raised like the snowflake niggas. It's gonna be
No,
crazy. Like,
man,
he
hell
getting
no.
raw shit. Like, so he gonna go to school, and I already know by the time he hit like 9, 10, teacher's gonna be calling me like, "Hey, yo, you got a ring in his hand." I'm like, "Hey, look, I can't. It's too late. He too far gone. I got no hands on this. It's above me now, yo. He's a real nigga because I put that in him. Like I put that in him, and I can't. You can't stop a real nigga.
My
from being
daughter,
a real
the toughest
nigga, yo.
one. I'm like, yo, what the fuck is wrong with these boys, man?
man.
Like my daughter.
Yo, the crazy part is I was actually excited. This little kid actually cared about superheroes, and he wasn't watching no video on YouTube. He actually knew like origin stories for Superman or Spider-Man and shit. I was like, that's what's up.
That's what
And Lason's like, he don't give a
Mason does
fuck.
that shit.
I put the real nigga in him.
He be like, did you know that Super Mario? I'm like, yo, I don't give a fuck about Mario, bro.
Yo.
Or Luigi, or Nut Princess, Bowser. I don't give a. He had me playing him in fucking Mario Kart on the DS for 2 hours. I was like, yo, I'm gonna get this nigga one more minute. And I'm
No,
done
I'd
with
be
this
like,
shit.
I should.
It's my weekly joint.
Hey, yo, you suck at this game, bro. Like that'd be me. That's me.
Oh, yeah,
Hey,
I'm
yo,
like,
you suck.
I'm whooping his ass.
Yo,
So I'm like,
nah,
I'm like, did he win one? Oh, I'm crushing this motherfucker.
Nah. Listen, my favorite one is when I'm playing Apex. Listen, when I'm playing Apex and I die or something, them niggas is sitting there watching me be like, Daddy, you trash at Apex. I'm like, nigga, you trash your life. Get the fuck out my face.
Broke ass nigga. Get the fuck out of here, yo. Like, how you gonna ping us up, nigga?
Fuck out my face, nigga. Stop talking to me.
He
What
be
are you
trying to
talking
talk like,
about,
don't
nigga?
you need me to get you some Roblox?
Yeah,
Robux?
nigga.
Fuck out of here. I got money in my account that you don't have access to.
Right.
Fuck is you talking
Nigga,
about?
you can't even read, you
I put
bitch
that
ass
shit in
nigga.
there.
Get out my face again.
Yes, but you gotta
Fuck,
give them thick
nigga.
skin because when I be hearing my kids saying this shit, they be sick because my kids are on the internet. So I be hearing them say shit. I'm like, whoa, tone that shit the fuck back.
Yeah, my kids be.
They know they're judging you because your brother said he don't like your shirt and he's judging you for your. Shut the fuck up. He ain't judging you. I told him I was like, shut the fuck up. He ain't judging you on your shirt. He don't like the shit. If he think it's ugly, it's fucking ugly to him. Do you like it? Yeah. Shut the fuck up.
You shut
Right.
the fuck up.
That's what I'm saying. Like, get the fuck out of here. Like, you gotta catch that shit, man. Because
That's what happens when you give everybody trophies.
Yeah, I be
Yeah.
telling nigga, he be like, you heard my son tell me he heard this.
It's
feeling. I'm
beyond
like,
that
hey,
now.
yo,
It's
that's
his parents.
that's too bad, bro. That's my favorite thing. I'm
Yo, I be like,
yo, that's
I'm
too
sorry,
damn
man.
bad.
I'm like,
It's hurt,
I'm
but-
like, so?
Yo, that's too damn bad, bro. Like he be saying that to me. Like that's too damn bad. Like I don't even like. I don't know about.
Well, that's too damn bad.
I don't mind. I don't mind when he be like damn or he say damn or ass. Am I wilding on that? Like I don't care.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's an animal, bro.
I personally don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Like, look, he knows like shit at my house fly and shit at his mom's house don't. You know what I'm saying? Like at my house, shit is cool, my nigga. Like, look, yo, just stay out of my way.
just get out my face.
I swear to God, yo, you can live a great life. Just don't bother me for shit. And he understands that. Ezra has been like he dead ass come to my house. He go in his room, he grab his video game.
Yo, these niggas don't talk to me till they hungry.
Listen, I swear to God, bro. Like he have his moments where he being annoying and he be like, you know what? He about to take my shit away, so I'm gonna go in my room and leave him alone. But like, listen, son, listen, yo, at my crib, nigga, he know, bro. I got the access to my TV. I got all the apps. I got my video game all day. It's all good, bro. I can go get I can grab my grapes. I can make a peanut butter sandwich whenever I feel like, nigga. It's good lucky.
Some reason I just Seeing Ezra making a peanut butter sandwich makes me laugh.
Oh, God, it'd be peanut butter.
This man just walk out with his shirt out, with his Get Money gut.
His Get Money good. And his dreads.
Putting the peanut butter there.
Making the peanut butter. So, nigga, listen, walk in the kitchen. He's talking about, what's up, Dad?
Just walk by.
Nigga,
Just
what?
walk by. One hand on the gut. One hand like this.
Yeah, that's it. It'd be peanut butter everywhere.
I ain't gonna lie. The day I walk in the kitchen and see my kids making the sandwiches and shit, I'm talking about, yo, what up? Like, nigga, all right, what you got on rent? What you got on them groceries this month, nigga?
You buy it?
You grown as fuck. What's up? Kick in.
It's cool.
Them niggas are expensive as fuck. I only got them niggas half. I dead ass got my kids half the week. Half the week. And it costs like $1.50 to feed these niggas. It's
That's-
fucking nuts, yo.
So when I spend $200
They're
at the
grown
grocery
men.
store, I get so angry.
They are grown. I'm spending $200
I
a
know.
week, nigga, to feed these niggas.
Fuck, dude.
And me.
It's legit, yo. Like, we do Instacart. We order.
It's that's like anywhere between
3
$100
times
and
week.
$200 a week.
We do at least 3 Instacart orders a week, no matter what. My house, 3 Instacart orders a week, and it's just me, Paris, and Ezra, and Jameson. And Jameson eat everything I eat out.
I'm about to get my kid a book with all the plants that are edible in
He's
a
only
city
one.
in a city block.
Your kid eat everything you eat, Josh? I mean, X.
No, my kid's picky.
Mike.
My kid is super picky.
Super picky.
I'll give him
Relishing.
stuff, but
How old's your kid now?
he turns 2 in May.
Relishing that shit, bro.
That shit is crazy.
This nigga, I'll give him something, he'll put it in his mouth and then spit it in his hand and give it back to me.
Yo, that's how Ezra was.
He be like, nah,
up
fuck
until
that.
these last, like, I want to say 6 months. This last 6 months, if I'm eating, like, oh, I want to try that. Oh, Dad, this is good. I want to have some. Can I have that? I'd be like, nigga, no. Like, yo, look, you don't like this. If you're not allowed to like this, you don't develop a taste for this, my nigga, because I just don't want it. Like, like
I was the opposite, bro. I'd be sitting at that table. My dad would make me sit there until my bedtime. Dinner would be at 6, and I was sitting there until 9 if I did not clear my plate because I was picky as fuck.
Deadass.
I feel like it would be a lot easier to have a non-picky kid who wants to eat everything than
Nah, man.
have a kid like me.
Yeah, until you.
You know how many imaginary
Until
friends I
every
had
time-
to fill a whole table?
Until every time you eat a meal, that both of your kids is in your fucking face. I swear to God.
You already got a girl though.
Listen,
They
every time-
be doing the same shit.
No.
It don't matter to
It's
me
not
because
the
my
same.
girl don't eat meat.
It's not the same. The second I open up a bag of chips, I'll eat. I drink a juice.
They like dogs.
I swear to God, Jameson, he do this. No, he goes. I'm like, what the fuck? Here he go. Here he go, Ezra. What you eating, Dad? No, Ezra.
This man Lason goes into the closet with a bag of chips.
Listen, no.
He be looking around. He be like,
Ezra,
and he opens it. He's like,
no.
yes.
It's funny because
And then a second later, what you doing, Dad? And then he's like, and then it all gets quiet for him, and then he hears.
Yeah. No, real shit.
It gets louder and louder.
Ezra, his dreads be over his eyes most of the time. So
He already a supervillain.
He just looking through his dreads. He'd be walking through. If he got his game in his hand, he'd just look up. He don't really say nothing because he know I'm gonna say no. So he'd be afraid to ask me for shit now. But he just be looking at me like, "What you got there?"
He like the broke friend.
Hey, what's up, Dad? What you got going on over here?
Mad as fuck.
He's like the broke friend when you all got little dabbies at lunch and they all look at you.
I only order my snacks and my GoPuff orders and shit at like 8 o'clock at night after the kids in their room. I have to take my chips and shit and eat them in my bedroom because these kids dead ass eat my food. Jameson mainly. Like, it's nuts. No, I just don't want to. Jameson, I gotta feed you everything. I don't want to do that. And Ezra, I just don't want you to have my shit because you eat just as much as I do. So like,
Them niggas
that means
eat.
less for me.
Them
Like,
niggas eat. Listen, even the little one, that nigga be pounding shit back. I'm like, how the fuck did you just eat all that spaghetti?
Where did you put it in your pocket?
Yeah, nigga.
Is it in your pocket?
What's going on?
Listen,
Nugget
man.
pocket.
Listen, it's nuts, bro. I don't never want to have another boy. I am good.
That's all I want. I want 2 boys and I'm
No,
getting
you don't,
snipped.
nigga.
Yes.
My kids
Yes,
think I'm
bro.
a fucking jungle gym. They think I fucking
Yeah.
Son, my sister.
Hell
My
yeah.
sister
Walking
ruined girls
jungle
for me,
gym.
bro.
No, what
That shit is annoying.
annoying as fuck. Thank you.
Imagine them asking you to play fucking tea and shit. I don't want to sit in this
I can
little
just say
chair.
No. I can just say no and walk away.
And then they cry because they're little bitches.
I'm being 100%. Yo, if I had a daughter, I wouldn't mind being like, yo, the daddy just shows up for birthday parties.
No,
Like, if I had
my
a
little
daughter,
sister one
I would-
time cried through the entire Titanic because we stole her bottle, threw it away. It was like, you ain't doing the bottle no more. She cried for 3 hours and 12 minutes of Oscar-winning film, son. Dude, she used to slam her head on the ground whenever we told her no.
That's how Jet. Oh my god.
It's like psychopath shit. I don't ever want a daughter.
No, I'm good, man.
My little brother, easy as fuck. He'd fall off the bed sometimes. He'd laugh about it. He'd be all right. You can climb me all you want. Just don't slam your head on the ground and cry like a little bitch.
Little boys are so fucking dirty.
Disgusting.
Niggas are so dirty. They stink.
Yeah,
I
that's
swear
it.
to God,
He used
I
to
want
fall
that
asleep in the
like,
shower because we would throw.
They're
We,
disgusting. nigga.
I did have to ask, did you poop on yourself? Because it smells like shit in here. I swear to God. No, he just in here fucking farting, nigga. It smells like poop, nigga. I'm like, yo, it smells like shit. I'm looking around like, what the fuck is that smell? It's him. Like, what the fuck?
The chips he was eating.
This shit everywhere, son.
Yo, I did have to ask him that. Like, where
I gotta ask my dad that.
Where
So
is
I-
No, I'm just farting.
No, he's in here fucking pooping, yo. He's just fucking farting, yo.
Nigga went around pooting everywhere. Disgusting, man. I ain't gonna lie, nigga. Little boys is dead ass disgusting. Like from the fucking the doo-doo stains
Oh
to
my god.
the fucking the dead ass having to argue with the nigga about taking a shower. Like, why do I gotta argue with you about taking a dead ass takes 7 minutes, and that's if you stretching it, my nigga.
We not arguing. You going to get in the shower? I'm gonna beat your ass in the shower.
Yo, these niggas is it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
beat up
how I
in the
have to
shower, or
argue.
you not getting beat
I
up in the
dead ass
shower?
have to argue with these two niggas. They dead ass will argue with me about who's going first. My nigga, it's
see.
a 5-minute shower. It's a 5-minute shower. You about to be
I
in
used
and
to do
out.
that. I used to do that.
Yo, get the fuck out of here. I be ready to put my foot in these niggas' little shitty ass. Little stinking ass thing. Get the fuck in the shower now, or I'm gonna beat your ass.
See, I'm the type of person I'm like, you know what? Y'all get in together. Fuck it. Argument solved. Fuck
That's
out
a
of
good
here.
idea. Y'all want to take a shower
Yeah.
together?
Fuck it, y'all.
Would you want to get in when they're
Problem
together?
solved.
Because that's gay as fuck. Yeah. All right. Your kids ain't old enough. Your kids ever did some weird shit and you was like, yo, nigga, that's gay. Don't do that. Like dad be fucking like okay. Full disclosure. like all right. I personally I catch myself doing it where I'm like, I smack him on the butt and shit. So it's like I wouldn't say it sound gay, but it's like butt play. You know what I'm saying? Like we'll smack each other on the butt and shit. But when I'm not involved, I'll be like, hey nigga, that shit gay. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I had to catch myself. I'm not even gonna lie, cause like if I'm chasing you up the stairs, I'll smack him on the butt like I got you. You know what I'm saying? Or I'm just playing around with them, and that's just some playful shit that we do. You know what I'm saying? But when I catch them doing it like by themselves, like in my mind, I don't. It's weird as fuck because I don't immediately go to, oh, they're just being playful. You know what I'm saying? They doing the same shit that they doing what I taught them to do, basically. You know what I'm saying? I do the same shit with them.
Hey, no, you niggas being gay.
But y'all niggas being gay. You know what I'm saying? I'll be like,
They probably sitting around like,
ain't that happened with you, Marv? Nigga, listen. He be like, hey, Isaiah smacked me on the butt. I'm like, hey, Isaiah, that's gay, nigga. Stop playing.
Yo.
Hey, they don't even know what that means. They did us look at me like, all right, whatever, gay, okay. But yeah, what else we got, man? We just been on. We that I talked about 2 things this whole time.
We ain't got nothing to talk about.
we've been on tangents.
Just us, nigga.
There's a lot of
Just
jokes
us.
How's your life been, motherfuckers?
Just
That's it, nigga. You guys excited about outside opening back up? New York State has legalized weed.
Yeah,
That's dope. Oh yeah, we didn't talk about that.
he was like sexual harassment,
Let me go ahead and get this weed out.
Ta-da!
marijuana.
Ta-da! Look at this weed. Look at this dank ass weed I got though. I mean, yes and no. What does that mean for us? Not much. We've been smoking weed in the open for over a decade at this point.
Yeah,
Like, so that means shit to me.
I mean, they're gonna be charging $30 a G. People are
Plus
stealing it.
tax.
Yeah. That's probably be with tax.
Nope.
Probably 30 a G.
30 a G
No,
plus
no,
tax,
no, no, nigga. Have you ever been to a dispensary in Cali?
No.
That $35 eighth costs $43 after taxes, nigga.
That ain't bad.
That's for an eighth though.
Yes, my nigga. So if you, but that, what you going to cop? They not selling shit. They not the dispensaries don't sell zips, nigga. Y'all not coming in here and buying a zip. Y'all not coming in here and buying a QP. That's not how dispensaries work.
But you're allowed to grow your own shit.
Yes, go ahead. Go ahead. If you got a green thumb like that, my nigga, try your luck.
I remember going.
You can
out
have,
to
I
Santa
think, up to
Cruz.
6 plants
Yeah.
each person.
Take 6 months and grow a plant, stupid nigga.
No. Not only take. I think you get a harvest
about
every
3 months.
Yeah, every 3 to 4 months. You get a good
And you get a
cultivation
lot.
through. No, every
If you
plant.
grow
no,
it
not a
right.
lot. Every plant I think can yield up to, I want to say, a half to 3/4 of a pound.
So if you have 3 plants, you're getting 3 pounds.
No, if you have 3 plants,
Ish.
you're getting about 2,
2.5.
2.5
yeah.
if you're lucky. Yes, absolutely.
I mean, if you smoke that much, then that's not a lot. But for me, 2.5 pounds, I'm gonna take a half pound for myself, and the rest of it, I'm gonna give it to my friend.
Give. All right.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not making.
What's
any,
up, friend?
What's up, Fred?
Well, I'm
How's
not.
it going, buddy?
I'm definitely not making any income that I'm not paying taxes on. That's for sure.
Okay.
So yes, I'm going to give it to my friend.
Absolutely.
Yeah, totally. I hear you.
We've been friends for a long time. I'm glad that you have the.
And plus, you know, you'd be like, all right, I got 3 plants in my backyard. My
have
grandma
No,
don't
nigga, you have
smoke.
6.
per adult.
No, you can have. No, I think I don't know.
It
if
used to
it's-
be 3 for California.
It's up to 3 plants per adult.
Okay, because I also heard there was 6 per house.
Not per house, per adult.
No, per adult. 3 plants per adult in
So,
each household.
so you go to your grandma's house. She don't smoke, or your mom's, or whoever. They don't smoke. Let me give you about $30 for this little square of your yard that you're not using. You go 3 more plants. There's a way to do it where you don't ever have to buy weed.
No,
It's
absolutely.
a little bit of work, but
Absolutely.
But then again, you get the exotic strains, you get the fun. Like me personally, do I?
You can buy those seeds off the internet though.
Yeah.
Man, fuck what y'all talking about. The black market finna boom, nigga. Every fucking week, nigga, it's like, yo, we have to sell all of this shit by. Shit has sell by dates on them. It's nigga, it's still a USDA
FDA,
product or
yeah,
FDA,
but-
wherever you
yeah.
want to say regulated, nigga. It has a sell by date. So if it's not sold by this date, my nigga, it's salvage. They not burning that shit. That shit going right out the back door, my nigga. If plants don't yield a certain amount, they salvage them. Like
Yep.
that. If this is supposed to yield 3/4 of a pound and it only yields a half a pound, salvage. Even though it's nothing wrong with the weed, salvage it. Like that's just how that shit works. And nigga, we have grow houses with fucking 1,000 fucking plants in them. They've already been fucking Modern has got like a 2-3 year jump on this shit already.
that's why they've been waiting. This is the craziest
Yeah,
fucking
absolutely.
part.
Modern
They've
has
been
it
making
in
it.
Lewiston,
all they've been-
if I'm not mistaken.
All they've been doing over all these years, everyone wanted it legalized.
Absolutely.
But they were like, let's just wait a little bit. Let's let all these pharmaceutical companies build the infrastructure for it. So when it drops, none of these dudes got a chance.
Not even that. I think they were dead ass just waiting for New York to paint themselves into a corner, which kind of coronavirus did. Coronavirus sped that process up. It got them to a point where it was like, yo,
It was what happened.
Watch
in
the
5 years,
Patriot-
It happened in 1.
Watch the
Yeah.
Patriot Act episode on marijuana. Something like 90 to 95% of all legal licenses to grow marijuana are owned by corporations.
Yep.
So I'm just saying this as like a conspiracy theorist. I ain't got no backup for this, but for New York, a liberal state, to wait this long when something like 16 or 17 states already legalized it. My man, you were waiting for these companies to set up the infrastructure so they could dominate the market. You know how much it would be right now for one of us to walk in and probably get a license?
200,000 is 200,000.
So you're basically pricing out all the people.
The overall, just to
10,000 is unrefundable, but yeah, 200,000 for that.
it's 200,000 overall for the application.
Okay,
To apply.
So you're immediately pricing out everybody in small business. You're pricing out small business 100%. and you're giving it to corporations. That's all they're doing.
No,
without
no,
putting
it's-
it in language, that's what you're doing.
No. Listen.
Who's getting
See,
200 grand?
You think that is far fetched? Niggas like us ain't got 200 grand, nigga. I know a couple niggas that got 200 bands.
They got 200 bands of legal money they can bring to a
They
bank
got
to get a
200
loan.
bands. They can figure out what to do to go and nigga. They can figure it out, nigga.
I got friends like that too, and there's a reason I don't own my own bar right now
Because they not
that
smart.
you
Y'all
can't bring
niggas
that
just
shit.
not smart enough. It's doable. Y'all niggas just don't know exactly what strings y'all gotta pull. Nigga, it's going. I promise you, nigga. I hear what y'all saying. It's not gonna be out of 100% of the distribution or the dispensaries that's gonna pop up. I would say probably 93% of them probably gonna be corporation owned. I get that, but that's just because nigga information based. It's a lot more people that really could afford this shit. You need $1 million liquid cash. Yes. I didn't know that part.
And you're talking, but the thing is,
That eliminates a lot of people, especially when you're talking legal money.
and just like like only needing the 200 to open up it's not just the money that's stopping you. It's if we lose, That's $200K. When am I ever gonna get that again?
You said only 10,000 was non-refundable.
10,000 is non-refundable for the application. Say that again, Mark.
No. If you're approved, you get your store or whatever, and you gotta compete. You gotta compete with these corporations. It's like competing with Walmart selling groceries. It's the same thing. They're selling eighths for 45, and because of all the roadblocks they put in front of you, you're selling eighths for 55 because that's the only way you could do it.
You gotta kind of. Well, no, then that's not the thing. Then that's when you become a corner store.
I guarantee you're not going to be allowed to sell alcohol or nicotine in the same stores that you're allowed to sell.
I'm not saying become a corner store in the sense of actually becoming a corner store. I mean, become a corner store in the sense of be a corner store in a world where Walmart already exists, my nigga.
I can see that.
Yeah.
You're in areas that aren't directly accessible to Walmart.
Yeah.
7-Eleven, corner store, whatever you want to call it. 7-Eleven
We
still
gotta
a corner
talk
store.
about-
Nigga, it's just a chain. Of
We
corner
got to
stores.
talk about
It's a
7-Eleven at
corporation
some
chain.
point because 7-Eleven is the worst motherfucking monopoly of all time.
Why do you say that?
Because 7-Eleven is starting to create all their own drinks. They're starting to take Red Bulls out of the stores and put their own energy drinks in.
Yeah,
they're starting to take like the Nakeds and the Boathouse
teas,
Farms drinks and putting
everything.
their own drinks in. Like certain 7-Elevens you go to right now and not find Arizona in.
Because they
Can't
got
find
their
Red
own
Bull
brand.
in. Can't, and they got the whole market, the whole nation. Every nation, like every fucking city in America, the corner stores are just getting gobbled up by 7-Elevens, and they're not even putting. At least Walmart, you go to Walmart, you might have to pay a little bit more. You can't get you got to pay a little bit more to go from the great value to the local brand. 7-Eleven's just like, nah, fuck
No,
all that.
7-Eleven's not giving you the option.
Yeah. You're buying this 7-Eleven pressed juice. You're buying this 7-Eleven chocolate bar. You're buying this 7-Eleven energy drink.
Which I ain't gonna lie, it's a little cheaper and it's not
That
different.
shit is illegal. It's illegal.
I'm not mad.
I'm
Why?
mad, man.
Why?
Because I don't want any.
I feel like if this is 7-Eleven, I should be able to produce everything 7-Eleven in my store. If I go to a Nike outlet and they're not selling any Adidas, am I gonna be mad?
Yeah, but the thing is you get the option to go to Adidas. You get the option to go to Reebok.
All right, well,
You might not choose that option, but with 7-Eleven buying all these stores, so they're doing horizontal integration by saying there's no other stores for you to go to, and then they're doing vertical integration where you're not going to buy any other product.
there's plenty of other stores for you to go to. Just plenty of corner stores everywhere.
There's a lot less now than there was 10 years ago.
They're still there, so it's not a monopoly. Yeah, I feel you.
Yeah.
I feel you.
7-Eleven.
We
or,
is in Western New York. Yeah, we in
when I was in
Western New York.
Arizona, I didn't see another corner store. There was gas
This is
stations
me.
and 7-Eleven.
This is me, a prisoner of Western New York, so don't mind me.
It's crazy to me, man.
Disgusting. Disgusting to think about.
That is nuts. I ain't gonna lie.
All right, before we get out of here, I do want to talk about sports. I don't know how, but the Brooklyn Nets seem to fucking like dominate the league without KD, without Harden, who's been injured for like 4 games.
No, without KD.
KD, Harden's out.
Harden is now out, but
Yeah, but like I don't know, man. Are you afraid as any outside fan?
no one has a chance other than that.
I'm a Nets fan, so
No one has a chance.
a legitimate Nets fan.
If KD comes back healthy, no one has a chance other than Nets.
We smoking
It's
everybody.
not even close. It's not even close. And the crazy thing is KD will get more credit for winning a championship with the Nets than Giannis will for getting to an Eastern Conference Finals with a lower level All-Star. Everyone wants to talk about how Giannis wins MVPs, doesn't win championships, and get on him about all this shit. But KD ain't gonna have a ring to show for it without super teams. Super teams like we ain't ever fucking seen before.
Like super stacked.
Super fucking teams. Like James Harden is top 5 and Kyrie is top 10. Steph Curry is top 5. You got 2 top 15 players before Draymond's whatever the fuck happened to Draymond. KD, and he'll get more credit than Giannis does for dragging his team to an Eastern Conference Finals. We're gonna talk about
fuck you, Nets in 5.
Yes, super stacked team. Yes, let's go.
But what I'm saying, look, why is everyone like, oh, KD's gonna be a top 10 player before he dies? But Giannis's MVPs are just disrespected. Like this man has legendary season after legendary season, and I get it. He loses in the playoffs, but what did KD do before he? Well, he's never not had another top 5 player for one.
Lost 3-1. Lost a 3-1 lead.
Lost a 3-1 lead
Against the best NBA regular season team of all time.
Yeah, but if we look back at those teams in hindsight, those Warriors teams weren't that much better than the OKC teams. You had KD and Russ versus Steph and Clay, and then Draymond was that X factor. He was that more All-Star.
Harrison Barnes was very, very good in Golden State.
Yeah, they were deep. But what I'm saying is
plus it was
David West.
plus it was a 3-year difference between in experience.
Exactly.
If anything, OKC had more experience.
The Steph
OKC made a finals before that.
Agreed.
Okay.
Agreed.
Okay.
Agreed.
And KD won an MVP before that. So the thing is Golden State had the obvious edge, but if KD is as good as everyone wants to make him out to be, he should have been that bridge.
Yep.
Okay, you got 3 All-Stars, I got 2, but I'm KD.
You know what's
because LeBron, if LeBron had AD those years when he went up against Golden State, he's winning every year. If he didn't have that injury the first year, he's winning. So why are we giving KD this pass about how he's a lock to be a top 10 player of all time, and then we're at the same time talking mad shit about Giannis, who puts up stats, but his second best player is Chris Middleton.
Because it's an eye test in that for Giannis is
Giannis passes the eye test to me, man.
No, he doesn't.
He plays great defense, 75% of the game.
He doesn't have the skill set.
Can't shoot.
It's not even just being able to shoot. It's create for others. It's
But
ISO
the man
balls.
is the man
it's
is.
for real.
But that's my thing is that's a ridiculous standard to put upon him. The man is a power forward, averaging 6-7 assists a game. He's not LeBron, but
And that's the whole thing, though. Like, so
he averages more assists than KD.
We give him the MVP status because in that instance, I guess it is a LeBron effect because you look at LeBron, who's literally physically the same person. So
I would say Giannis is probably. They're both never mind.
Physically and physical superiority against the rest of the league.
Yeah.
They're 1A, 1B. You know what I'm saying? So like you look at like okay, well they got physical skill set is there. So what separates the two is literally fucking skill set of basketball.
But I'm not arguing LeBron against Giannis. I'm arguing Giannis against KD. Because if we're gonna put KD on LeBron's level and there's like a subset of NBA fans who want to argue that KD is on LeBron's level, but then we want to act like it goes LeBron, KD, and then no one else. That's not fucking true.
Right. That's
not fucking true. If anything, Giannis has performed better in the playoffs than Steph Curry has, and Steph Curry has 3 rings.
Yeah, but what is the criteria when you
put Giannis on them fucking Warriors teams? That's the criteria.
You put Giannis in the West, and does he make it past the Spurs in the first round?
with that Warriors team, abso-fucking-lutely. The only reason he doesn't get past anyone is because he has no shooters on his team. His shooters are Dante DiVincenzo, and they lock up the fucking
That's a lie
paint.
because
They did the same thing they did to LeBron.
Number one, the Milwaukee was the number one 3-point shooting team in the league last
It's
year.
easy to do that in the regular season.
Yeah.
But when you get to the playoffs and you're like, hey, Dante DiVincenzo, you shot 47 in the regular season, shoot that again. Or Eric Bledsoe, who shot 13% 2 years ago against Toronto. Or like, you need the guys who are shooting to have as much balls as the guys who are passing it to him. If I'm Steph Curry passing it to Clay, he's gonna keep that same energy. If I'm Giannis passing it to fucking Dante DiVincenzo, he's not.
Chris Middleton's out there.
Chris Middleton, 2 years ago, was trash in the playoffs. Last year was pretty good. So I'm not gonna talk that. I'm not really gonna talk shit about Chris Middleton. But will we ever call Chris Middleton anything more than the good number 3 on a championship team? Is he better than Chris Bosh? No. Is he better than Klay Thompson?
No.
Maybe,
No.
maybe not.
No.
Is he better than? Look at every team who's won the champion. Is he better than Kevin Love when Kevin Love was still in his
Yes.
prime?
Yes.
Nah, I don't think so.
No.
I don't think so.
Kevin Love had more aspects to his game.
So we want Giannis to win with the worst number 3 as his number 2, but then and not put him in the same conversation with KD.
See, and that's the whole thing, though. I'm not one of those people that subscribe to Giannis being a failure or a loser in this scenario. I think that he's a very good player who doesn't have the team around him, similar to LeBron prior to Miami.
I wish Giannis got Chris Paul this year, man. He might next year because Chris Paul's off his contract next year. Made his money. He might accept some shit.
Phoenix
is good though. But you look at, oh man, we could talk about that too. Chris Paul's the most disrespected. I've said this
He's
100
the
times.
MVP.
Most disrespected superstar of all fucking time. This man made Tyson Chandler look like a fucking not MVP, but he made God. He brought Charlotte to the playoffs. They have been garbage ever since he left. Then he goes to the Clippers, destroys San Antonio.
Championship contenders.
Beats Memphis in 2 games, then gets hurt, and Memphis ends up beating them as soon as he gets off the court. Goes to Houston, lifts them to Western Conference Finals. As soon as he goes down, they can't hit a shot. Goes to fucking Oklahoma City. Oklahoma City is supposed to be fighting for the number 1 spot in the draft. Instead makes the playoffs and pushes Houston to 6 games. And now he goes to fucking Phoenix, who was a lottery team last year, and they got the 2nd best record in the league. Chris Paul is the most disrespected superstar of all time. I don't want to hear it. John Stockton is not better than him for everyone in intelligent trash talk. Get the fuck out of here.
No.
Get the fuck out of here. Chris Paul's so fucking disrespected. This man went to a fucking 10 seed and made them the 2nd best team in the NBA.
Because he just needed a superstar next to him. He makes Devin Booker look like fucking literally what he's supposed to be.
The only criticism I respect of him is availability. If you say that John Stockton is better than him because of availability, I will respect that. If you go off of anything else, get the fuck out of here. But he made 2 finals. He made 2 finals.
He did go to the finals, finals, but he got 0 rings.
But Chris Paul hasn't made a finals. Chris Paul has lost a bunch of first rounds because he's got injured.
Has Chris Paul had a Karl Malone on his roster?
I'm playing devil's advocate. I agree. Chris Paul's better than John Stockton, but those Utah teams don't make the finals if John Stockton gets hurt and doesn't play like an Iron Man through them playoffs.
Well,
so the availability
the
has to be taken into account.
The reason why the Clippers didn't make the finals is because Blake and Chris Paul got hurt.
Both in the Memphis series, yeah, 2 years in a row. You're right.
So,
but it just happens to him every time.
Houston would have won if he didn't hurt that hammy. If he didn't pull his hammy, they would have won that game.
Houston won. They were up 3-1.
They were going to win that game as well.
They were up 3-1.
It was
no. He went out. They lost that game. He went out in the fourth quarter.
He went out in the fourth quarter. He went out in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, and then they
that
went.
Was the closeout game.
It was 3-2. Yeah,
that was the closeout game. James Harden couldn't pull it off, and then he.
But to play devil's advocate, the argument is John Stockton wouldn't have got hurt, and then they would have won. That's the only argument. I get it. Whatever. But if you're talking about who makes more of an impact win on the floor, it's Chris Paul all day.
Yep.
I can't tell y'all who did
on this shit.
I didn't see John Stockton play, so I don't. I can't debate against that. But I will also say that nigga, I don't think that Chris Paul is not a good fucking player. I don't And don't negate anything that y'all saying. I just don't like him.
CJ hates him.
Just don't like
There's
him.
a subset of NBA fans who really just, he's not even, like, they just disrespect him. They
No.
say-
I know he's good. I acknowledge his
guard,
greatness, but I just
Point guard.
I personally
Point
just don't
guard,
like him.
bro.
Point guard, you ain't gonna be the point
Wait,
guard.
what'd
And
you
you
say?
ain't never been to the finals, my nigga. I'm sorry.
My only criticism
Sorry.
of him is that he doesn't know when to start scoring, and he started to learn that in LA, and then he got hurt because he used to, when he was in Charlotte, he would keep going for them assists.
Yeah, 12
and it's
years
like,
in.
bro, it's same thing with LeBron before he learned. There's 5 minutes left in the game. I get you're a point guard, score the ball. You the only one with enough balls on this team to score the ball.
Yeah.
Do it. That's the only argument I have against Chris Paul. But everything other than that, LeBron learned. Chris Paul never learned. It seemed like he was learning in that Houston series. He was dropping like 40 and 10.
Dog, it was
And then
crazy.
as a
It was
6'3",
fucking-
as
He
a
was going
6'3"
crazy.
point
He was
guard.
going crazy, and then he got hurt.
Yeah.
Like he always do.
That he finally learned it then, though. He finally
always
learned, let
do.
me drop buckets.
So how many
pulled it
times?
heavy.
How many times does he have to start going crazy in the playoffs and then get hurt for y'all to be like, all right, well, maybe
We
this
know
is
what's
just
going
what
to
it
happen.
is.
It happens every year.
That's my devil's advocate argument.
I'm
But
saying
it's the same
so
thing
how
for
many
Steph
times
Curry,
it has
though,
to
and Steph
happen?
Curry don't get no pass.
Yeah.
Steph Curry's final performances compared to his regular season performances are pathetic. The man's going from 31 points a game to 22 points a game, 8 assists to 6 assists.
When he's being held to a different bar though. Like the people are saying,
But
oh,
he shouldn't.
He's one of the greatest shooters of all time, one of the best point guards of all time, and niggas like, nigga, I don't know, he ain't really did shit in the finals because he be hurt.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I don't think Steph Curry should be held. I don't think Steph Curry is a better point guard than Chris Paul. I think Chris Paul missed out.
Nah, you wildin' because
Chris
every
Paul
time
missed out-
he be fucking Chris Paul.
Chris Paul missed out on
fucking
some.
that nigga up.
Chris Paul missed out on some
He
MVPs.
fucking Chris Paul up.
So,
I don't even
Chris
like
Paul-
Steph Curry either, but he be
I
fucking Chris
agree.
Paul up.
I agree. As a
He be fucking Chris Paul up.
he didn't get Charlotte in the first couple years in LA. Chris Paul, he got 33.
I don't give a fuck when nigga.
That's
that,
like AI.
Nigga, AI
crossing-
didn't cross. Yeah, AI didn't cross over Prime Mike, and I don't give a
Yeah,
fuck.
but most
nigga.
NBA fans are.
96, Mike. What are you talking about?
No, but it's still not. It's still older, Mike.
It ain't prime Mike. It's like, well, LeBron.
Okay, so I know, y'all niggas bugging. That's kind of Prime Mike. That's Prime Mike. Yeah,
That
you
wasn't
like-
Defensive Player of the Year, Mike. Defensive
that
Player of the
wasn't-
Year, Mike was 90,
Defensive
89.
player of the year, Mike wasn't winning.
All right, we.
So what? What? Yeah. No. So I didn't know that was 96. I ain't gonna lie to you. Didn't know that was 96. But I'll give it to you. But still, nigga, it don't matter. I don't give a fuck. Nigga, he wasn't. No. I don't give a fuck.
Whatever.
All I'm saying is Chris Paul would probably have this Warriors team at a 4 or 5 seed. At
You,
least.
you think Chris Paul better than Steph?
As a point guard, yes.
Just period.
Player, yes.
As a player, yeah.
Just period.
Yeah.
You think he's better?
Yeah.
Yeah.
As a point guard, yes. As a player, no.
As a player, yes.
He be. I've seen them. I've seen them one-on-one. He
Not a
be getting
better player.
fucked up.
Only because Steph has.
Basketball ain't a one-on-one
Steph
game.
I've literally seen them isolate.
This is the thing though. So Steph has that thing that special thing about him. Like you know how we watch
can fuck that
LeBron
nigga
play.
up a couple
And
times.
he goes
Crazy.
crazy. He's doing that that thing where LeBron can't miss. Like Steph, Chris Paul has those moments, but Steph has a compilation of those moments. He's done it multiple times where it's like
No, it's just his is from long range, so it looks crazier.
that even better. But it's just like when Steph enters a zone, it is different than anything we've ever seen. We've seen LeBron go crazy. Remember Game 7 against San Antonio finals where LeBron and he hit 7 for 7 3 points. Like players like that can enter a zone, but Chris Paul has like very few moments of that. Like we've seen him do it in Charlotte, we've seen him do it in Houston and LA, but like for like one game.
Get into that zone where it's like, yo, I'm not losing.
Yeah. But then where you see Steph Curry, he does that shit for a week straight. Where Kobe would do that. Remember Kobe did it for a month straight where he just dropped 50 points a game?
Yeah, he was dropping 50 on niggas' heads.
Steph done that. That's why that's why I won't put Chris Paul over Steph Curry. But at the same time, if we break down position wise, there is no better point guard than Chris Paul. There is no better point guard.
Point guard? No, I said player. I said player.
Player, Steph. Point guard, Chris Paul.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree.
There's an argument to be had though, but most people will just be like Chris Paul's in a Steph Curry conversation. Like most people have Steph Curry like top 12.
Most people are wrong with that.
And like Steph Curry's better than Allen Iverson and
Yeah,
shit like that.
I dead ass
And it's
smack all those niggas.
Wildly accepted though.
I'll smack those niggas.
Like,
Dude,
there's
with
no
no
arg-
rings, Allen Iverson is still better than the Steph to me. I'm sorry. I don't
Nah.
care. I don't care.
Allen Iverson
Maybe
is
that's just me
1,000%
being-
better than Steph.
I don't
I'm
care.
in the
I'm a prisoner of
podcast.
Chris Paul, we can argue.
I'm a prisoner of the
We ending
the
it right
nostalgia.
there. We're gonna end it right there, y'all. It's TrapNerd Podcast.
I'll be that.
We out.
Peace.
I don't give a fuck.